And we're live.
And we're live.
And we're still doing housekeeping stuff. It's amazing.
And we're on time.
We're not. We're a minute late.
Well, you know what? A minute late still counts as on time in my book. So welcome to Out of the Darkness, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I am your host, Q. We are back for our regular scheduled program on Sunday evening, afternoon somewhere. Anyway, I was hoping that we would get started earlier, but there was a Grammy party that Soder had to attend.
Yeah.
So he was not able to be here on time. So
he was nominated. He got nominated and Me Too'd all in the same moment.
In the same night.
Don't let Diet Soda know.
I was gonna watch, but being that Ricky Gervais was not going to be hosting it, I figured, what's the point? So I decided not to join. But hey, thank you guys so much for being here. For you guys that have come back more than once, wow. I don't know if you guys are masochists or just
slow. Half of them just now left and said, "Oh shit, the Grammys are on." Dude, I'm out of goodbye.
You could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. So, yeah. So, sorry.
We're thankful you guys are here, even though the Super Bowl's on right now.
Right. Half the world is watching the Grammys, and the other half is mourning the loss of Kobe Bryant. So, really sad.
Good half.
You know what? Really sad to see. I hate to see something like that. But you know what? At the end of the day, man, I just pray for his family. Pray for his kids.
His wife is in a dark place right now. I'm sure. You lose your husband. In fact, if it was Kobe, it's like, well, you know, he had a great life, but a 13-year-old daughter, that's awful.
And that's the tough part for me. You know, that's the tough part for me is that, you know, when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, and not trying to sound heartless at all, Doug, but you know, as a parent, we live to see our kids live their dream. You know, and Kobe clearly did that. He lived his dream. He was able to do something that probably less than 1% of the world will ever.
He did what he came here to do.
He did. He did what he came here to do, and did it well. But you know, to see your child, I mean, at no point should a parent bury their child ever.
Yep.
And so my heart goes out to his wife, Vanessa. What a tragedy. So, but yeah, the original reports, they couldn't get it right. You know, we live in this culture today where everybody has this race to be the first. You know, they want to be the first to break the story without really caring or paying attention to getting it right. So the original report was that that all the children were with him.
Oh,
it was him and all the kids. And of course, my heart just, I mean, it's not like it was much better, you know, it was still, you know, a child, you know, but I mean, you imagine, I mean, that'd be like Job esque, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, all of a sudden
the wife got the text and she's like, wait, 3 of them are here with me.
Right. Exactly.
Where am I?
Yeah, man. That's but yeah, like I said, send up your prayers and your thoughts for that family. I think sometimes, you know, we lose sight of the fact that these are people. You know, I mean, yeah, they're famous and people know their name and people care about them to a certain extent. But golly, man, these are people that with lives, with families that you know, that's tough. That's tough to keep a grip on that.
Yeah.
But
they put their pants on one leg at a time.
Absolutely.
They when they weep, their tears are as real. Their anguish is as real as you go to Kobe's wife right now and say, you know, you got your husband on your looks and you got him because he was a famous basketball player and millions of dollars. You got this big, beautiful house. will you trade all of that right now for 5 more minutes with your husband and daughter? And she'd throw it all in for 5 minutes. So all that, I don't have any sympathy for them because they're famous, or, you know, hey, he got, you know, he got the money and the fame and she whatever. Every one of these famous people would trade everything then that we're all falling over ourselves on with income and all this stuff for the real human life, which is get married, have kids, have a family.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you don't have one, when you do, you'll know what we're talking about.
You'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah. So in protest, Doug, I don't know if you've been so busy lately. Oh my gosh, man. You've got
I'm in production. I'm dying over here in production.
Yeah, man.
You were saying something earlier about having to work Sundays. Sounds horrible.
Yeah, I just had to start working this month and next month. Next month I'll be done with the book, but so I have to work Sundays after church.
Wow. So, well, you know, that's those are the good pains, though, right?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, it's my choice. You know, I don't have to work this hard.
Yeah,
but it's kind of strike while the iron's hot, and there's print schedules and stuff. But you know, everyone sees comic books and go, "Oh, you're living the life." Well, I don't just like phone it in. Like I work this job like I've worked any job, just as hard as I possibly can.
Just like you're cleaning out those fat vats.
Like cleaning out the fat tanks. And we're the more blue collar I treat the job, the better it gets. It's funner. It's not as fruity. It doesn't feel like a hobby. It makes it more fun for my business, kind of more, and being a dad and a breadwinner makes it more like a regular job. And I kind of like that.
So my grandfather told me, Papa told me, do something that you absolutely love and it'll never feel like work.
That's right. That's true.
I haven't had that experience. So tell me, is that true?
It is true. I sit at this desk and it's like the whole world outside vanishes.
Sure.
You know, and in fact, I feel like I'd probably be really depressed and nuts if I didn't spend so much time in this studio drawing. That if I was like, you know, just independently wealthy and I'd have nothing to do, I'd just sit out and watch TV all day till I died, you know, in a couple of years. Just, but love what you do. But at the same time, if I couldn't do this and I was forced back into a normal job situation, I would learn to love that job. That would be job one.
Sure.
Number one goal would be, if you're going to spend your time here, this isn't a prison sentence and you're not in trouble. It's, if I was a waiter, I'd be the best waiter I knew.
Sure. Would
be my goal. And I'd have a blast. Dennis Prager talks a little bit about, I don't know if you remember Dennis Prager, but he's like one of my mentors. And he talked about, you know, he spends a lot of time on an airplane lecturing around the world. And so he has to go through TSA, you know, screening all the time.
Sure.
And the only way that he found as a man to make it fun was he made it into a contest where now he times himself from the time he hits that belt to how fast can I get through. You know, stripping the belt off, putting the money in the thing, putting the phone on, taking the code off, going through radar and all that, taking your shoes off, putting them back on, fully undressed, fully dressed. He times himself. So that was a neat trick. I heard him that he was doing that like 10 years ago. And it really inspired me to find menial tasks about my job. And if you just like make it into a contest or some way that you can show off your excellence, then even that can become a lot funner.
There are ways.
Yeah.
There are ways. So that's an interesting take on it. You know, you mentioned something that was really cool. That Kobe came here to do what he came here to do.
Yeah,
man, what a great testament. What a great thing to be able to say, you know. And this isn't sucking up to you. I mean, I admire your talent because you can do something I can't do. Man, I can barely draw a stick figure, right? And but I feel like that was your gift. That's what you were put here to do, right?
Good, yeah.
And so, what a fantastic thought! What a fantastic thing to be able to say, to look back at that. Hey, this. I'm doing what I came to do, and it's cool to find that. And the earlier you can find that, the better. Everyone's got a purpose. Everyone, no matter who you are, you have a purpose. And the sooner you figure that purpose out, the more joy you will have in life. I guarantee you'll always be happy, but you'll have joy.
Yeah, and look, Kobe went through all that rape stuff where he just wanted to crawl in his own skin, and he was 20 years old or something when that happened. It's like he had tough times. He had it tough too. In a way, he faced embarrassment that you and I will never face on a scale that you and I will never face. And he also experienced success. The world is mourning him right now because he made us all smile and we admired his excellence on the court. And as a man, he carried himself well as a man.
Well, I mean, and his wife had to endure a whole lot of that. Vanessa dealt with a whole lot of that. And I think it's funny because people make it, she got an $8 million ring. Yeah.
She deserved every inch. And that $8 million ring ain't going to curl up to her at night right now and wipe her tears. She's been through the ringer in a way that few people we know has been through the ringer.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm seeing a whole lot of dark web talk about how awful it is that the Illuminati killed off Kobe. So, I mean,
the dark web's always there for you.
Well, I mean, I kind of live there, right? I mean, I'm a little too down with the power to be on the regular web. So that's right. Yeah, I hang out in the dark web.
So out of the darkness does not mean the dark web.
No. It's a process, right? We're still coming out of the darkness. So why
don't you explain that? Explain that name, Out of the Darkness, because there's people who come on this channel. I put the link out on Twitter for those of you guys who are coming. Everyone subscribe and like this thing just to throw some love and spread the link around so other people get to see Out of the Darkness. Explain real quick, where did Out of the Darkness come from?
So the short answer
who's interviewing who here?
This is just a conversation. I thought this was a chill stream.
I'm just trying to get information.
This is just me and a buddy having a conversation. So
besides Soder being so dark, why?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's kind of pinkish here lately, more Pepto-Bismol-y, but it's all good. Probably was all that Grammy food you were having at that Grammy party.
Yeah. I probably should have showered more from all the infant blood they were pouring on us.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that
was the only meat, was baby meat. Was the only thing within a mile. The rest was all vegan, organic.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Diet Soda's giving me weird looks.
Yeah. Yeah. I tell you, I can't see Diet Soda at a spirit cooking. That wouldn't happen, but
she's shaking her head vigorously.
No, yeah.
But all that to the side. So a lot of people don't know this about me. At one point in time, I was fairly liberal. I kind of bought into this thing that I grew up, my parents were fairly conservative. Of course, going to college and being an educated man, I came to realize that the conservative party, that the Republican Party especially, had it out for me as an individual and wanted to send me back to Jim Crow laws and wanted to take away my freedoms and treat me like a third-class citizen. And so as I got older and as I became an adult, I just realized that to fear something without actually delving and diving into it and knowing it and learning it for yourself, to fear something was to give something power over you. And so to fear racism, to fear the Republican Party, to fear white people, to fear anything is giving them power to control you. And so I started this little bit of a journey to really understand conservatism, because I grew up with an understanding of republicanism more than I did true conservatism. So my views are still very different from my parents' views. And you guys got a chance, most of the folks got a chance to meet my dad last week. Very conservative guy, but very, very Republican guy, which is fine. But I have my own axe to grind, I guess, with the Republican Party. And so the whole idea was the journey out of the darkness, and wanted to help other people come out of that through that journey and just have a fun time while doing it. I have no desire to put myself in an echo chamber and just to discuss things with people that agree with me. That's why we strive to get people on the show that don't agree with me, people that I don't necessarily agree with. But it's always nice to have conversations. And like I've said time and time again, we start with what we agree on and we work into the things we disagree on. But the goal is not to change anybody's mind. The goal is to learn from each other, right? And to better understand why others are the way that they are, right? And we can, at the end of the day, if we can walk away from each other, having respect for each other, what greater outcome could we possibly have? So I don't know, for some reason we're in this culture now where people feel as though if they don't agree with each other or see things exactly like the other person, then they can't be friends, right? And it's sick.
You're not in my tribe. You're part of the problem.
Yeah. Well, if you don't see the problem here, you're part of the problem. Well, come on, man. That's so juvenile, right? And so I feel that's what this whole show is about. I kept on hearing people, and I like to call people's bluff, man. I one thing I don't think a lot of people know about me is I absolutely love the art of poker. I love poker. Absolutely love it. Friendly games. I'm not much of a gambler, so I don't like gambling, but I do like poker, right? Because I like the idea that I'm playing I'm playing the person, right? And I'll call a person's bluff a couple times in the beginning just to keep them honest, right? And that's just kind of the way I play.
That's always me you're calling. That's always my bluff. I'm terrible. I'm bluffing all the time for no reason, and people call me. I'm like, "Oh, suck! You got me.
You got me."
He knows I've got no core.
And so this show is actually about calling people's bluff, right? Everyone's like, "Oh, I just wish we could get back to a place of civility and get to a place where we can have honest discussions and we could actually work to fix things." Well, I mean, it's a small step, but I mean, the first step is always sometimes the smallest, but the most difficult, right? And so that's why we did. We actually, and I don't want to take a whole lot of credit for this because I fought it, and Soder pushed me into it. He really twisted my arm, to be honest. He kind of set up everything, set up the Discord, set up, I mean, everything, really. I don't know how any of this stuff runs. He just sends me the link and I get on and we talk for 2 hours. So if there was no Soder, there'd be no Out of the Darkness. So
yeah.
So Soder is the chief darky.
Soder's chief darky. He's the factory, and he's the factory, but you're the product.
Soder is the darky.
Yes, I need to get a white suit and grow a nice mustache, beard, goatee thing.
Colonel
he's the tower that's going up in Mordor, but you're Sauron. It gives you that broad cap so your eyeball can look around. That's all.
Oh man. Hey, speaking of eyeballs, hey, I just want to make sure I let everybody know if I'm not here next week, it's because I have succumbed to the coronavirus. So I got a little drippy nose right now, so I'm pretty sure I'll be dead in a week. So just letting everybody know that. So Out of the Darkness will probably not be here next week. So sorry in advance for my.
We're mourning in advance your passing.
Oh man, you know what? I tell you, I want you to speak at my funeral, Doug. I think that'll be fantastic.
I'll get up and I'll throw down some mad beats. I'll beatbox and I'll throw down some hip hop.
Oh man.
My eulogy for you will rhyme.
There you go. Hey man. But hey, if you put me in one of your comics, then I'll live forever.
Yep.
So
I immortalize Nicky Rekieta.
Wait. Nick Rekieta made it already?
Yeah, in Earthworm Jim, he's one of the lawyers in hell. When you go to visit Evil the Cat in Heck, he's this little short guy with a huge nose, and he's drunk with a whiskey bottle in his hand.
So, I think that you need a little bit more.
Just grab the fork.
But if I think you need a little bit in, Q, if I throw you in and I draw your face black, they're gonna say, you know what my audience is gonna say about me?
You know what? That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Hey, me too. Me too. I'm willing to lose my career. I'm willing just to immortalize you in a book. I'll throw you in there.
Absolutely. But if you made me a white face, then that will be equally disappointing, right?
It'd be whitewashing your heritage.
There you go. So you'd have this white earthworm with big lips.
Yeah.
And people would like.
Yeah. They go, why does that white guy have those lips? Okay, here it is. You got to talk though, Soder, so they can see your camera.
All right. Hey, this is Nick Rekieta. How embarrassing.
You got the nose right.
Page 116. Yeah. If anyone has their own and wants to look.
That was my thank you for him. He brought me on the show to promote the book. By the way, for those of you who don't have, Earthworm Jim is on Kickstarter right now. The foam is pretty.
I thought you were going to say it's stiff and hard.
Whoa. Private.
Hey.
Hit the cough button,
Holy
son.
Smokes, man.
The packaging, it's so pretty.
I guess she hasn't looked at your Earthworm Jim's package yet.
Yeah, that's kind of what I do.
The foam is really pretty.
The foam is pretty. That's the one thing I didn't have anything to do with was the foam. That's what she complimented. Thanks, honey. This is like my wife.
Well, I think we know what
Doug,
this Jim Chew is going to do.
This foam is so great. I'm going, honey, I didn't do that. I worked on the book for a year. But the foam, Doug, the foam.
That's like buying your kids all these Christmas gifts and they want to play with the box, right?
Box.
Yeah. The box is.
Well, that's why you buy big toys, is so you have big boxes.
Yeah.
Sure. I never thought about that. I usually buy humongous boxes and put little bitty toys in them. So yeah. So go to the dollar store, buy 10 toys, and
That sounds terrible.
Put them in refrigerator boxes. So they have like 18 refrigerator boxes. They open them up, and it's like a bad Batman knockoff made in China.
No, we're not buying anything made in China right now. Yeah, no, they're not sending that kung flu to me. That's not happening.
Yeah, with the enamel, the lead-based paints, all the
toys. Yeah, I mean, but I mean, I got to say, the dark web's got a little something going. I mean, think about it. I mean, everybody was talking about the coronavirus this morning, and now no one's talking about it anymore. So
they offed Kobe to get the coronavirus. Who did it this time? Was it the Jews or the Illuminati?
It's always the Jews.
It's always the Jews.
It's always the
Chinese Jews.
They had to get him off the coronavirus, so we're going to take out Kobe. But you know how Jews love basketball. There's no way they're taking out Kobe.
Oh man!
There's no way the Jewish Illuminati and Dick Cheney are taking out Kobe.
Think about it. No, Kobe was the biggest star in all of mainland China. I mean, like Kobe was a god in China. So
wait, bigger than the crossdresser with the feather boa who hangs out with Kim Jong Un?
Actually, yes, yeah.
What's his name? Bigger than Rodman, because I thought he was like number one over there.
No. Kobe number one. In China. Yeah, number one.
They named Kobe beef after him.
See, yeah, they named the beef entire region, but that's Japan. But yeah, sure, we'll go.
Oh, sorry, same. I'm sorry. That's this. I get them confused. Chinese, Japanese.
Yeah. So buddy just sent me a message and said, you must have to get Lyme disease to go with the corona. I see what you did there. Nice.
That's good. That is
Too bad
good.
it isn't. Too bad it isn't summer and fall here right now.
So I don't even know what the coronavirus is, other than I look on Twitter and everyone's making coronavirus comments, jokes, and memes. But I didn't actually hear the original scare. So is there a legit virus that's like killing people right now?
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows? It's coming out of China.
Right. Yeah, you never know. So a couple things. So a coronavirus is a specific type of virus. It's very, very fast mutating. But it's dangerous because it can be transmitted through the air, and obviously through bodily fluids as well. But it is airborne. And the biggest issue with this is that, unlike the SARS issue that we had years ago, it can live on outside of the host for up to 2 weeks. So,
oh no,
yeah.
Oh.
So that's a big issue.
That'd do it.
But the things that I'm having, I mean, so first off, this thing is being, it just happens to be the breakout during Chinese Lunar New Year, right? So you have millions of people that are coming from all over the world to China to celebrate the Lunar New Year.
Yeah.
I actually have a good friend of mine from Minnesota that decided to go over with his wife to surprise his wife while she was over there visiting. So, I mean, I even know people that are in that region right now. And so, I mean, it's a big deal. So regardless of where it came from or why it's there or any of that, I mean, there's been a lot of thoughts about that, but I'm not going to get into the conspiracy.
But they only know that that's ground zero.
That's all they know is that particular province is ground zero. The thing that concerns me though is this: I don't trust anything coming out of China, right?
Yeah.
So according to the CDC, there have been 80. Is Minnesota there?
Yeah.
Hey, Minnesota.
Right here.
All right, I need your help on this one because these guys aren't woke enough.
Yeah.
So I need the true Wokians. So
She needs the internet friend.
yeah. Where we go all.
Yeah, she's been chrome pilled.
Chrome pilled?
Platinum pilled, yeah.
Crimson, my crimson pilled friend. All right, so
Crimson. Okay.
crimson. Yeah. It's just a prettier red. That's all. Okay, so so all right, so I was doing a little bit of research, and so the CDC says that since October, flu season, the beginning of flu season, there have been 8,200 deaths in the United States as a result of the flu virus, right? They say that there have been 15 million people diagnosed with the flu in the United States, and there have been 140,000 people that have been hospitalized in the United States as a result of the flu.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Those numbers sound a little high to me, but anyway, whatever.
It's true. I have friends that are dropping from the flu, not dead, but like hospitalized, in trouble.
Yeah, but 8,200 people. I mean, at the end of the day, Minnesota, I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, y'all want to talk about gun violence? I mean, this flu is like wiping people out left and right. But anyway,
we lose 50,000 people to the flu every year.
Those are the numbers.
Way beyond guns, way beyond guns.
So again, I digress. The thing that I'm getting to is the fact that, okay, there are 50 million people in China that are under quarantine right now. 50 million people quarantined. So these people are not going to work. China's economy is already in shambles because of this trade war. 50 million people.
Most of their pigs, their pork, that's their main meat.
Yeah.
Their meat product. And most of the pigs have been killed. Or a lot of them anyways. I'm not sure how many, but
a lot of them, which,
they're not getting much protein from factory farmed animals right now.
They're not. So, but what's amazing to me is that 50 million people are under quarantine. Now, tell me this: how is it that? What is it? They say that there's been 40 deaths as a result of this.
I think it's risen, but I'm sorry, I'm not very good with numbers. I'm terrible with numbers.
Well, they're saying that about 1,600 people. So they said that in the last 24 hours, there's been a 50% increase in occurrences, right? So, but they're saying roughly 1,600 people confirmed cases. You don't quarantine 50 million people over 1,600 cases. But I was reading in the New York Post that there was a doctor, a Chinese doctor. She came out and she said that there are 100,000 confirmed cases, which sounds a little in one province. That sounds a little bit more. Those numbers make a little bit more sense to me as to why 50 million people in a province would be quarantined.
Yeah.
But even that seems like. But I was also reading. This is what I was going to ask you about, Minnesota. Have you seen the model that was built about 90 days ago? There was a study that was done. It was a model that was built for coronavirus and what it would take for coronavirus to kill off 65 million people in the United States. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, I heard something about it.
90 days ago.
Not too long ago.
This model was built for the coronavirus, saying that if the coronavirus started in this area of China, began there, and it was dispersed around this time of year during the Lunar New Year, that it could have 65 million casualties as a result of it. So that's just, again, I'm not claiming that there's a conspiracy here.
But you think it was suspicious that they came out with that model and rolled it out 3 months before?
90 days ago?
The whole coronavirus is just the whole thing is fishy. I'm not suggesting that it's not happening, but maybe the origins aren't quite what they're telling us.
So what do you suspect? I just speculate for me. What is fishy about it? And so what do you give me a couple of fantasy scenarios of what may have happened? I don't get what's suspicious about it. It didn't organically just mutate, come up and go?
So they think it originated in a fish market by a river in Wuhan. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Some giant city in China.
Yeah. This sounds like every horror movie I've seen so far.
Yeah.
That's usually where it starts in some there's a guy. They all have basket heads and they all have a monkey on their shoulder and they're like,
yeah.
There's mysterious.
And just and these people eat all kinds of crazy things. You know, they'll eat bats in their soup. They'll eat.
I saw a guy eating mice live in China. Monkeys. He had chopsticks and he'd just eat the mouse live.
It's just nasty stuff.
It's gross.
It's like an experimental type of market, I think, where they just here, come and experience this crazy restaurant food that we have. Anyway, so about 20-30 minutes away from this market is the most important virus. Oh my goodness, what's it called?
Biolab?
Like an institution, yeah, biolab. Like it's like the most.
This is a movie.
Sorry, yeah.
This is Contagion in real life.
Yeah, Contagion, hazardous bio experimental site right next to this fish market.
Yes,
I believe it.
Of all the horror films I've ever watched, I'd have to say Contagion is the only movie that has truly have ever scared me.
Yeah.
Well, and then this biolab, just a couple years ago in Canada, some Chinese people were caught sending viruses from a Canada biolab to China. I don't know if it was the same, to this particular biolab, but anyways, just, the coincidences, it's just kind of like, huh?
God, I wish we could get Dame Pesos on this show and have him say, it's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they set it off on purpose. I'm not saying
I assume that's
exactly
what's happening. They're sending viruses through the mail for
but it just so happens it's the Chinese New Year too. And what else was happening in China? Weren't the Chinese people starting to revolt against the government too?
Oh.
At least in Hong Kong.
Well, Hong Kong is definitely, I was reading today in the Washington Post that Hong Kong is, they are essentially installing their version of martial law in Hong Kong as a result.
What better way to do that than to scare the public and make them stay home?
Yeah.
But but this is my thing with conspiracies is because those are cool. But would a sober Chinese government try to maintain control of a population by releasing a super virus to scare people? And you know what I mean? Like, how can they predict the future and know what's going to happen without like going, "Oh, holy cow! That it also got me."
Didn't they encourage?
First off, you started off by saying a sober Chinese government. I don't think that those two words have ever belonged in the same sentence.
Yeah. But you don't think, but people picture, I keep going back to the 9/11 truther thing where for Bush and Cheney to pull off what they did, they orchestrated the terrorists and they set the charges in the buildings and all that stuff.
I don't think you want me and Diet Soda to get on the whole Bush and Cheney.
The Bush and Cheney thing. I'm just going.
Hey, hold on a second. This is a government that encouraged all the Chinese to kill their baby girls.
Yeah.
You know, abortion and yeah.
I'm not saying they're not psycho. I'm saying just in normal self-preservation, their goal is to maintain their power in a country. And they wouldn't think it at all prudential to go, well, the virus will never hit me. Or my family or our power structure. Wouldn't the first thing to think is, well, what if the virus hit our power structure?
You know, what if they have their own vaccine and they've already proven that it works? You know, I don't know.
Sure.
I'm kind of, you know, Mr. Soder here will say that I'm a little extreme with my.
I'm just saying
theory.
I'm saying as a conspiracist,
who went and bought a bunch of stuff for the Jade Helm back in the
day. So Diet Soda, real quick. So I thought it was hilarious, and you'll get a kick out of this, Doug, that tonight Chuck Schumer asked President Trump to act on a travel ban.
It sounds a little racist.
For people from China.
Yeah, that's good. What about the refugees?
Funny. Good one.
What about the refugees, Chuck?
I'm like, let them in, Chuck.
They don't count when it comes to illnesses.
Yeah. He's mad. He goes, we'll only accept the Muslim radical ones. Those with the disease, with the coronavirus are allowed in, but the other ones we have to screen out. Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
That's funny.
Are we already at the place of a travel ban? That's pretty impressive. That's pretty. All it took was 80 dead Chinese people for him to ask for a travel ban. But war mongers and war mercenaries in foreign countries, I mean, that won't get the job done. But 80 dead Chinese people, yeah. 1 billion people are on the exempt list now.
Yeah, I just think if this coronavirus just massively wipes out America, like wipes out, say, 95% of us.
Oofta.
At that point, I just want to say we will open up the southern border and all y'all can come in. Then we'll go, hey, we need to replace our country. Everyone get in here to coronavirus land. And then you'll find out who the true Americans are. We'll find out who loves America and who's in it for the cookies. I'm just saying there's a good side to completely wiping out our country with the corona. There's a good side.
Hey, Q.
Yeah.
Remember, we have we do have some people who wanted to call in that have DM'd me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
So first up is Jay Venom. I'm sending him the link now, so he'll join us shortly.
Jay Venom? Really? Okay, yeah. So
I don't know if this is a fatty alt or not, but we'll find out soon enough, I'm sure.
Hey, there's a Soder camera thing here right next to me. There's a
what?
There's someone's taking up one of your channels here. Do you see that on the stream? I'm just saying if you need to open up a channel for the phone.
Yeah. Soder's got that's the AI, isn't it, Soder?
It's just, I guess.
Does he need to be there? I'm just saying, if you need to open channel, you might be maxing out your channel.
Yeah, right. Yeah, true.
We've had more people on here.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We've had lots of watts and watts of people on here. So I wanted to talk to you about something near and dear to my heart. While we're waiting on Jay Venom, Doug. So just kind of listening to all this, I get into these diet sodas has kind of been involved in it a little bit with some of my epic Facebook battles.
Yeah.
Well, you guys talk about this. I'm going to order a microphone for Diet Soda because she apparently is going to be on the show more often.
Good. Okay. Get her a soundproof room. You just got to put a little...
I can't really do the 7 o'clock ones, but
why don't we just have you Soda teach her how to run the sound? You take care of the kids, and we'll have Diet Soda on.
Kids are gonna die.
But this whole cancel culture, man.
Yeah.
So we got into this argument, and PragerU did this fantastic deal where they started interviewing people.
And Dennis Prager. Yeah.
Fantastic. Talking about the voter registration, right? And how we could use voter registration. They went to all these young people talking about this, and these people live in areas where they're economically challenged, and they can't get they can't get a hold of licenses and identification, and they're too poor to have internet, and it's racist and blah blah blah. And they immediately went to some just random black people. Do you have an ID? Yeah. Why would you ask that? Do you have internet? I have an iPhone and an iPad. Yeah.
Why are you so racist that you'd ask me that and assume
exactly
that I'm too dumb to have ID? And
they showed the video of these college students. They were so woke, and they're like, and I'm not going to say it's racist, but it's definitely stupid. Yeah. And so I put this up, and I was in the conversation that I was having with people was, what's the deal with this? When you hear your own arguments, don't they sound stupid? People, yeah. And the only thing I can get back, well, we can't be certain that those people were actually liberals. Well, yeah. Even if they weren't, that's your argument. So now that you hear your argument repeated back to you, even you agree it's stupid. It's absolutely 100% stupid. But before we get into that, hey, Jay Venom.
Venom. His mic's off.
I know we can't hear you, my man.
Soder has him muted.
I haven't done nothing.
You did everything.
Hey, Jay Venom, before you come on, let me say, so you have been a friend of the show since the very beginning. And I have this idea in my mind of who you are and who you should be. Please don't disappoint me, buddy. Please don't.
Yeah.
If you're fatty, I promise you, there will be problems.
It's just going to be a trout in a fish tank. The camera's going to come on. It's just going to be a trout. Jay Venom, you need to get your mic to work. Your mic is showing a slash through it, so your mic isn't. You've either muted yourself or.
So while we're waiting, Jay,
he's a complete brainlet for some reason. I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah. Okay, so give me your view, Q, on why do people believe those arguments? Because it's easy to flush out and use logic on those people. Why would they believe those arguments? What are they getting out of believing those arguments? It's some kind of confirmation bias.
I think it comes down to that thing like I talked about in the very beginning, right? If you can make people fear something, right? You can keep them away from it, right? You can keep them away from the truth. If people fear something, they will not approach it. And I think that they are so afraid, and the Republicans have been idiots. They've been absolutely idiots. They've handled this race thing terrible from the get-go. And I tell you, if I could, in the words of Trump, I would be the very best. I would be the very best liaison that you have ever seen I have lots of black friends, lots and lots of black friends. The black people, the black folks love me. They really do.
I have the best blacks.
I have the best black friends known to man.
Blacks on my team. They love me. And no, but real talk, I think the biggest issue that the Republicans have had is their branding sucks. They have been so focused on votes. They've been so focused on, and that's the way the Democrats and the Republicans have viewed people. They viewed them as the V. It's all about the big V, baby, right? They've looked at them as votes. We got to get the black vote. If we can get the black vote, and the Republicans have got to the point now where they don't even give a damn anymore, right? They come to the place now where they're like, you know what? We're not getting the black vote. We might get 7%. We might get 6%, but forget about it. And the problem,
write them off.
They've written them off. They've just given those to the Republican Party or to the Democrat Party. But it's not about making Republicans. It's not about making people into Republicans. The reason why so many people voted for Republicans, so many black people voted for Republicans at the beginning, is because they got the message, right? The message was the Republicans were all about equal treatment under the law. Everyone was created equal. Everyone had the right to exist. And black people were like, hell yeah, I want the peace of America. If I'm here, I want that peace. And their messaging was on point. But now all they care about is getting the vote and pandering, but no one's really talking about, okay, why is it that we are considered ourselves conservatives? Why are we conservative? What is the conservative message? What makes us conservative, right? And so our branding is completely off and completely messed up. And I feel like we need to bring back the message, bring back the branding first. We need to tell people what we believe. I was watching Fox News, something I very rarely do. But I was watching Fox News, and it was like 4:00 in the morning. I couldn't sleep. They had this black pundit on, and they were talking about Pete Buttigieg running for mayor, right?
Yeah.
Say it again? Sorry.
Buttigieg.
Running for president.
Booty judge. Booty judge.
The booty judge. I'll be the booty judge of that.
So Mayor Pete running for president. And this black pundit came on. He says Mayor Pete would never get the black vote, especially in the South.
That's right.
The South is too black, too Christian. He would never get the black vote. And the host, she asked him, says, well, why? Why is that? And he said, black people don't agree with homosexuality. I mean, it's a major issue in the black community. And she was just floored by that. She was like, really? I mean, how can you speak for all black people? It's like, I'm not speaking for all black people. I'm just saying that traditionally black people just are not a fan of homosexuality.
You're talking about a generality in that culture, which is true. I watched Prop 8 went down in California when they voted on gay marriage, and it got voted down in California because of Hispanics and blacks.
Bingo.
And you had all the LGBT, the rainbow far left calling blacks the N-word because they were so angry at them for voting wrong. I was cracking up. I'm going, my people, my people.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's going on?
Hey, you made it.
You don't sound like Fatty Caddy. So, what's up?
Yeah, not much.
Well, good to have you,
finally
man.
got my stuff worked out.
Well, fantastic, man. You sound great. Fantastic. I mean, you've been a friend of the show for so long, since almost the beginning. So it's fantastic to finally have you in. So the floor is yours, man. So what did you want to discuss with? I mean, I'm sure you have plenty of questions for Doug. We have a celebrity on the show.
It's funny. I don't even really have much of a question for Doug as much as I just want to say thanks for Earthworm Jim. I played that game when I was a kid. That was a good-ass game.
Well, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. You have a pixelated art. Is that video game art on your avatar there?
Oh, yeah, it's a mashup of some Pokemon characters. I thought it was funny.
That's awesome, man.
I'm too old to get it, but yeah.
Hey, Jim, I heard you played Pokemon Go, don't you? Jim?
Venom? Jay?
Huh?
Jay.
Did you play Pokemon Go?
Oh, I played Pokemon Go when it first came out.
Me too.
Just as something to do, to walk.
I collected all of the first, so I recognize the seal is the head and the body is that four-armed mutant guy. Yep.
Yeah.
Because I got them all the first series, and then I quit. I went, this is dumb.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I'm a 50-year-old man racking up Pokemon at the airport.
I think maybe Pokemon was the Tetris for autisms.
Yeah, I got my honorary autism license because I played Pokemon so much. And my daughters were all into it when they were like 13, and they'd go, Dad, someone's got a Pikachu with a Christmas hat on. And I'd go, oh, you mean this? I did it just to grind in my daughter's face that my collection smoked theirs.
So funny enough, Pokemon Go was the single organism that convinced me that society was over as we knew it.
Yeah, and it transferred the coronavirus. The Chinese used Pokemon Go
to get millennials walking around town spreading the coronavirus here and there and everywhere. So yeah, absolutely. Sharing phones, sharing avatars. I mean, yeah, absolutely. That was the downfall of American society. So one day when my grandkids ask me, why is America not great anymore? I will say it all started with Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
So
they walked into manholes. They'd walk into open manholes. Grown adults.
So, Jay, we were in the process of talking about this cancel culture that we have found ourselves in as Americans, and how if people don't like you, they will simply just make you go away, no matter how much work you've put in, no matter how much you've contributed to society, no matter the views that you've had and the causes that you fought for. If you say one thing or shake hands with one person that they disagree with, then you must go. What's your thought on that, man?
I think it's awful. Did you guys see that there was a reporter who was reporting on Kobe's death, and she accidentally stuttered and said the N-word?
Yeah, I saw that. Instead of he played for the Lakers, she said he played for the Nikers or something.
No. She said the Los Angeles Knickers.
Close enough.
Oh,
close enough.
No. She did put the G in there, but I don't want to get kicked off. But yeah, it was straight up hard, man.
Yeah, she said it, and people started going crazy. And
unfortunate.
She says we got to go to break.
She knew what she did immediately.
That poor woman.
Well, it sounded like it rolled off her tongue pretty good.
Was it Allison Morris?
I'm not sure who it was, but someone sent me the clip and said, you got to hear this. And I told my wife, oh God, here we go. The great riots of 2020 have begun. So if the coronavirus doesn't take us, the riots will.
Yeah.
So she should definitely lose her job, right, Jay? I mean, come on now.
I think if only because she's a professional anchor. She shouldn't be having slip-ups like that.
No, she should get a raise. She should be the president of the network, just in spite. They should give her a promotion.
Oh man, yeah. She did not say knackers, Soder. Stop it.
I heard knackers.
That's what her Twitter says.
I heard knackers.
She did not.
Earlier today, while reporting on the tragic news of Kobe Bryant's passing, I unfortunately stuttered on air, combining the names of the Knicks and the Lakers to say knackers.
Knackers, yeah, that's one way of saying it.
Please know I did not and would never use a racist term.
No, you use it all the time.
I apologize for the confusion.
We know you love that word, and you use it all the time on the air. That's why you're
bull crap. That is part of
G and knackers.
I'm sorry, I meant to say knockers. I'm sorry.
He played for the Los Angeles Knockers.
The Knockers.
See, all this could have been avoided if they would have just simply left the Lakers in Minneapolis. You do realize that the Lakers were originally the Minneapolis Lakers.
Yeah.
There are no. I've spent a lot of time in Los Angeles, as you have as well, Doug.
Yeah.
Not a damn lake in the entire Los Angeles.
True. I have seen the Lakers play live, but it'd be like if I died and some black news person said Doug played for the Honkies.
Yeah.
I mean the I just somehow her job would be secured, would still be fine.
Yeah.
So talk about privilege.
Yeah.
How come she gets
for the Anaheim Crackers?
The Anaheim Crackers. How come? Why does she have such Teflon privilege that my people don't have?
Well, let's be fair, though. Come on now.
I know. My people weren't owned much.
Let's be fair. So Jay, real quick. So do you feel that? I mean, okay, she was professional, so I understand that a Freudian slip by some wartime medic, that had 80 hours of training versus a slip of the scalpel from a renowned surgeon are not looked at the same. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So do you feel that this woman, I mean, if you were her boss, would you fire her over this?
Oh God, that's hard.
We only ask the hard questions on that.
It's like a video game. Be the boss, Jay. You're the boss.
Be the boss.
Do you fire her?
For the first time in my life, I've power. I don't know. It would be really hard to determine how it affected CNN, how it affected MSNBC. Sorry.
She was on MSNBC?
Yeah.
Oh,
MSNBC.
she gone.
Oh, she out there.
She gone. She gone.
More than likely, she's gonna lose her job, but
she's gonna lose her life.
Yeah, probably.
They execute him at MSNBC. They just put him. They walk him straight into a chair. They just vanish.
Well, it goes from bashing Trump to her saying the N-word live on air. So I mean,
yeah. Wow.
She's on the phone right now with Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, going, "What can you do for me?"
I'm sorry.
Like, we'll work something out. We'll work something out. Here's who you donate to.
Yeah.
We'll work something out.
Send a check to the Al Sharpton Foundation, the Jesse Jackson Foundation.
Yeah. So on cancel culture, Q, you got to give these things some kind of a pass. I mean, an obvious accident. You got to give it some kind of a pass.
No, I'm sorry. All N-word passes come through me.
Come through you. So as the N-word sheriff, who made you the N-word sheriff? To quote Bill Cosby, a guy we would never cancel. He was doing the Russell. Who made you the Jello sheriff was part of his comedy routine.
Doobie-doo.
Who made you the N-word sheriff? So as the N-word sheriff, do you give her a pass?
I was unanimously elected as the N-word sheriff by a jury or by a group of my peers. They said we trust you. I was knighted actually as
the N-word knight,
Sir N-a-lot. and they said that they trusted me with all racial slurs and to divvy them out at will. And so I have issued these passes to a few. And so I did not. I looked in the book. I don't remember giving her one. So
I didn't get my card in the mail yet. I'm still waiting for mine.
You haven't applied.
I'm crossing my legs until it comes.
There's a lengthy application process.
I'm clenching.
Speaking of Jay Venom, have you gotten your Sandy Beige pass yet?
Unfortunately not. I hope to very soon.
Yeah, you gotta. Did you put your application in yet?
Oh, it's coming.
Okay, all right. I'm just making sure. Do we have him on the list, Soder?
I'm sorry, who?
Jay
Sorry, I'm trying to coordinate people here.
Who's on the show? Huh?
You're busy spreading lies on the message board. I see it coming up. So
she's okay. Sorry, what's going on?
Yeah, we're talking.
Where am I?
We're talking about Sandy Beach 42 passes.
Okay.
And I'm asking, has Jay Venom put in his application for one yet?
Last I saw, we only had one order that I forwarded to you.
Yeah, I know.
Fulfill.
Okay.
And that's, I mean, I can check. I haven't seen any other orders come in.
He might have been on email right now during this interview. He might have been sending you one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll check tonight before I go to bed and see if there's been any orders.
So Al says all my students have N-word passes. I hear it in the hallways all day. No. See, to the untrained ear, I can understand, Al, how you would think that was the N-word. It's not. It's actually a variation of the N-word, which is actually completely acceptable as long as you obtain a certain level of melanin within your body. So you can use the word as long as you do not hard R the word.
Yeah, you got to put an A at the end. This is logic, people. This is logic he's throwing down.
Yes, absolutely. I'm trying to help you survive in today's culture. So I
still can't pull it off, even with the augmented word. I still can't pull that off.
Judging by the pastiness of your skin, no, please don't. Please don't. I don't want to have to. I will come and vouch for you.
It's like Michael Jackson. It doesn't. And Janet used to do this. It doesn't come off. The whiteness, my white face doesn't come off.
That doesn't help.
What?
Sorry, I was talking to Diet Soda there. Hey, I'm going to be, since she didn't go get me a drink while she was up dealing with the children, I'll be right back.
Because woman didn't get you a drink, man has to get his own drink. Show her how a man gets a drink. Show her how efficient.
Oh my
God.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I'll be right back.
And offer her a drink. So do you say, honey, would you like something while I'm up?
We have I think 3 more guests. So not to push Jay off, but we do have some more people.
Wait, hold on. So Diet Soda. So can Diet Soda come on then?
Yeah, get her on.
Well, yeah, she's right here. I'm just going to turn off the camera so you can't see my junk or butt while I get up and leave.
Okay,
let's see. Beep.
We don't want to do that.
Beep. Beep. I hear it. I hear it's in reverse.
So Jay, so how do you feel about that? What do you think about the fact that I'm sorry, that's my coronavirus kicking in. So how do you feel, Jay, about the fact that we've actually made it to where certain rules apply to certain people who view the world and vote a certain way, while other rules apply to the rest of us?
It seems really, really counterintuitive to everything that I was taught growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Where when I was a kid, and when I was growing up especially, it was everybody's supposed to be the same. Everything's superficial. Don't worry about it. And now it seems everybody's more divided than ever, to the point to where now, you say one wrong thing, like who you voted for in the last election or something, and a huge group of people will completely exclude you. It's very weird. Our society seems to keep getting weirder and weirder as time goes.
So, Jay, do you love black people?
Oh, absolutely.
He only said that out of fear, Q. He doesn't want you to pull a piece and shoot him.
Oh, no, Q. Amazing.
Q, do you like white people?
Please don't kill me, Q. Please don't kill me. I love black people.
I not only like most white people, I love some of them.
Yeah.
What if I'm yellow?
Oh man, then
you're not yellow.
Yeah, the yellow race, you got to get rid of those people.
Yeah, well, I mean, it looks like the coronavirus might actually do that.
The coronavirus is going to take care of them, anyways. What about? But Q and J, what about revenge culture? Is there a conservative principle that says don't take revenge, or do you believe in the far right that says if liberals are for cancel culture, then we have to get this woman fired to hold her to her own wrong views? Does she not deserve to be fired for making this slip because they invented cancel culture? So now we must exact revenge on them. Hold them to this standard, or only one side is going to play by the rules.
Go ahead, Jay.
I don't know. I try to be a bigger person about it and say, hold tight to your principles. But there's a huge divide. There's a lot of people who don't think that they want to balance the scales. So I don't know.
I say principles be damned. That's what I say. I say
whacker.
Be damned. I say an eye for an eye. You cancel me, I cancel two of you. You kill my dog, I kill your cat.
Put her head on a spit.
Put her head on a spit and mail it.
And decorate the city with it. Decorate the city with it.
CNN. Yeah. Hang her body out in front of Time Warner news.
Decorate the MSNBC lobby.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Let her be Rachel Maddow's emoji from here on out.
Just the head.
Just the
It is funny. It is funnier if it's MSNBC. It does make it more delicious.
So much funner. Absolutely. Chuck Todd is rolling over in his grave right now.
And her rolling out the statement. This is the I am not a witch defense. Going like, I would never say that word. I thought you'd always say that word on the air. Huh.
Well, okay, so but I agree with you in a sense though.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. Who is this?
It's TP.
It's mystery person.
TP. Holy
yeah.
This is the scariest Blumhouse lighting I've ever seen. I'm scared already.
Dude, you're darker than me.
Dude, there's going to be he's going to point the camera to body any second now.
Get in my belly.
It's horrifying. It's like a snuff film.
Are you there still, TP?
He's locked up.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on.
Crawl back under the satellite, TP. Find the satellite and get under it.
How's this?
There you go. Yeah.
Fantastic. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, Q. Also, this is Magnus, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw.
Yes.
Today, so, okay. Well, in that case, what up, Magnus? I know who.
Yeah. I am in Florida with the family, and I actually have alone time, which is fantastic.
Heck yeah! Well, you and I got some unfinished beef from last night, but we won't take that out in front of the company.
Well, you brought it up.
Bring it up. I'm all for it. If I was in the wrong, I'm in the wrong. If I'm in the right, I'm in the right. Most of the time, I'm joking around.
We might actually be able to recruit Doug. We're actually Doug and Jay. Jay, are you in the Discord?
Yeah, I joined the Discord, but it's pretty much empty.
I need to assign you a role, Jay. You're good now. You can see things.
Oh, okay.
Am I supposed to join a Discord? Because I don't even know what a Discord is, and I have one. I could not find one.
So yeah.
Proto's going to have to send me a link.
So it's official. So we are going to we are proposing that we nuke Mexico.
Yes.
Up all of the cocaine in the country.
Mm.
And we build a wall out of bricks of cocaine. Is that what we decided? And you and I will be the sole guardians of that wall.
Yeah.
We're on the same page still, right?
We're losing him again. The satellite.
He moved
20 feet from over his head.
Magnus, why did you move? So, real quick, Jay, after we discussed that, we decided we are also going to raid the Vatican.
Oh, this is great.
And plunder the Vatican.
There's a flying saucer down there. There's 0 point energy down there.
My goodness.
There's all kinds of stuff in the Vatican.
Absolutely, but see, what we decided was that there are so many different portions or subcultures in the world that owe reparations, right? Every single culture can claim that they are owed reparations for several situations or several issues or several situations that they've been forced to endure. I would say that slavery is pretty bad. I mean, obviously that's up there.
Little bit.
Yeah. I mean, everyone was slaves to everyone. You had the Africans stealing the Italians. You had Egyptians with the Israelis. You had the British doing the Irish and so forth.
Okay, you sound like a traditional racist, so okay.
Good defense.
You of all people, Magna, should know that American racism is far worse than any other racism that is.
Yeah, because we improve everything. We make everything.
We do. Dad did everything right. Dad does it better.
See, that's the point. America, we're always number one. Okay.
Wait, China number one. China number one. America not number one.
China was number one for a second until America decided, hey, China, you're number one a little bit too longer than we'd like. We need to kick you down a leg or two.
Yeah. And if the coronavirus broke out in America, we'd have wiped out the world by now. So even China's half-assing it.
Of course. Okay. America, we're always number one.
America. All right, so
number one in weight, number one in low test scores,
number one in divorce, number one in abortion. Yeah.
Number one in let's go to space.
No, number one in the literacy rates.
Number one in time wasted on Twitter. Yep.
Hey, you already know. So okay, so Jay, are you down with this? Because that there are far more.
What the heck was that?
What is this, Mikey? Who's in a typhoon?
I'm walking along a lighted path, and there's a bus at around, let's see, it's 12 p.m. where I'm at, so it's about 10 p.m. Central. Apparently, there's still buses going around in Disney World.
Well, it should only be 11 p.m. where you're at, but I'll go with that. That's cool. That's cool. We don't want to dox you. But, okay, let's get back to our original point, though. So the important stuff. So I would say that there are probably more Christians in the world than there are black people in the United States. Would you agree with that, Jay Venom?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Most likely.
I think that is. I'm concerned that you had to think about that, but okay.
I'm a big maybe on that. I'm a big maybe. It depends on where God draws his God line. I mean, I don't know where that line is. What if there's only 3 living Christians? He may go, raise the bar today, guys.
I mean, that's why we have the Mormons, the true Catholics. With that new book with the Native American angels. Come on, dog. We all know that the Mormons are the true heirs of God.
That's what my Jewish friend said. They said that my Jewish friend said God gave you the Mormons so you know how the Jews felt. They added a bunch of books and yeah.
I mean, the idea that Jesus came to make America great again is fantastic. I love that. I love that gospel. You read that verse, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we established that John Smith is like the white version of Muhammad, which is okay, cool. So, but we also understand that the Catholic Church is single-handedly responsible for the beef that has been going on between the Christians and the Muslims. So it wasn't even the Christians; it was the Catholics that started all this, right? And the rest of us are simply the inheritors, okay, of this beef, right? So we've essentially been caught in what we call in the hood the crossfire or the stray bullets, right, of this beef that's been going on between them. Well, I feel like the Catholic Church owes the rest of us, right, for the beef that they started during the Crusades. So
no, that's not how that works. You're all Christian, the Catholic, the Protestants, and everyone else. Okay, you're all homies. Why aren't you homies helping us?
Whoa. Wait, we don't claim.
Good point. Good point on the homies.
No, bullcrap. I don't claim the Catholics. They're on their own.
Are all Catholics going to hell? Where are we at on that theology?
You know what?
I thought it was all Protestants were going to hell.
No, but here's the thing: Catholics they made Tolkien. So remember you're just throwing Tolkien down the toilet. So be careful here, Chesterton, Tolkien. Careful.
All right, you know what? Look,
there are exceptions to the rule.
You know what? We'll take Tolkien on good faith.
We'll take Tolkien. I heard that clip. Good thing it's MSNBC. See that?
Tolkien is the token Catholic.
He's the token Catholic. We'll throw them a bone on just him.
Yeah, we'll take Tolkien just to show that we are.
And Clarence Thomas, Catholic.
You know what? See, I have my issues on Clarence Thomas.
You can't. I'm more black than you because he is my paterfamilias. He is my he is my father figure. He's one of my all-time heroes. If you don't go see the Clarence Thomas movie that comes out in theater January 31st.
And the only way I'm going to see the Clarence Thomas movie is if he finally admits what he did to Anita Hill. No. So if he admits what he did, if he admits what he did to that black queen,
he just went MSNBC.
If he does not admit what he did to that black queen, I'm not going to see that crap. You can forget
This is the greatest conservative.
Q. You forget the biggest thing though. If she breathed, she's a thought.
Yeah, and the only conservatives on the Supreme Court are Catholic. There aren't. I'm an evangelical, but look, you take the Catholics out, you've got the only conservatives on the Supreme Court. They're going to protect your guns and protect your babies.
Wait, is that true?
No, we're fighting.
No, there are some Catholics that want to take away our guns. Unfortunately, my cousin is,
but not on the Supreme Court. On the Supreme Court.
No. And Scalia is the reason why we're fighting with this whole deal in Virginia right now. So we'll talk about that another time. But no, as far as I'm concerned, unless Clarence Thomas is willing to come out of the woodwork and it finally own up to what he did
Pepsi can
to our
Pepsi
black queen Anita, I'm not going to see that shit.
Mm-mm.
So
there's no way. You seen that woman? There's no way he made a pass at her. There's no way. I don't believe it.
Hey. There could have there could be the opposite. She tried to go rape him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you know what though? Hey, you know what, Magnus? You know what? I'm gonna say something here. You might have a point.
Oh.
You might have a point.
He was Me Too'd.
Hey, you know what? So, but she was a liberal. So the same rules don't apply for her. I give you exhibit Cardi B, right?
Oh, why her? I despise her just because she wants to run for Congress. Like, no, please.
She can't. She's gonna be a Nigerian citizen here by the end of the week, right? So that's the best thing that ever happened to any of us. Cardi B is going to, because you cannot have dual citizenship for Nigeria.
Wait, what?
No, you
from
cannot.
Nigeria?
She will have
all those other countries people have dual citizenship in.
Not in Nigeria. You will have to, in order to become a Nigerian citizen, she will have to denounce her citizenship. So, hey, I'm all for this. I'm totally fine with it. But I'm sorry for the boomer on the channel or on the show right now. Sorry, let's back up for Doug. So Cardi B is a female rapper. Now, she is not black, although she has been given a complete use and complete, not by me.
She got a card from someone.
She got a card by somebody, but I didn't give it to her. So it's not a legitimate card. So her African American Express, as far as I'm concerned,
counterfeit.
And she wants to renounce. She wants to become a dual citizen with Niger. She wants to become a Nigerian.
She wants to be a Nigerian. So she is actually a Dominican descent, but she uses the N-word more than Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. So is she going to get her clitoridectomy when she gets over there? Is she going to?
You know, I'm not so sure she has one. But anyway, let's.
She will when she goes to Nigeria.
How did you guys know this?
Oh my gosh. This is probably the the most lit stream we've ever had.
Okay.
No, this is a great stream.
Okay.
Boomers, zoomers, and everything in between.
All right, chill stream 3.0 next week because this is going to be great.
We might not have a channel then. So
Yeah, right then, I'm sorry. Apologies.
Hey, good thing I got DLive set up and we're streaming to them right now.
All right, so
You're gonna get some of those Chinese lemons.
hey yo, so Jay and Magnus, just in case I drop dead of the coronavirus this week, I need you guys to be here and in place to carry on the mantle. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna need one of you guys to be in blackface. So you guys can
draw straws.
You guys can draw straws.
I think it's obvious since I'm already the racist. I will be doing it.
Okay, all right. You might.
We can call Ricada. He's I hear he's compliant.
He's got practice. So
when isn't he in blackface?
He's got the paint in the top drawer of his nightstand.
All I need is a blessing of.
Why were you going through his nightstand?
I'm black. I told him I was going to the bathroom. You know this, man. And so, all right. So the problem that I have is that she was never given a proper N-word pass, but she drops the N-word every other word in her lyric. And so she actually came out and told on herself. So the reason why we know that she's not black is first off, snitches get stitches. She snitched on herself, Doug. She came out and talked about it. In order to come up, she was a stripper, which, okay, whatever. She has the right to do that.
We kind of already knew that.
We kind of already knew that already.
That doesn't take a lot of imagination.
Not a big secret, right? I mean, but then she goes on to talk about how she used to take dudes in the back, give them lap dances, used to drug them, and used to steal their wallet, steal things from them. Normal stripper. Promised to have sexual relations with them, but then she would bring in transvestites to sodomize them. Yeah, right. It was some pretty like felonious activities going on with this chick, right? And she admits all of these things, but then
she'd also rob them too.
He's like, all right, you know what?
Okay.
Bye, Magnus. Bye.
I'm just stating facts, and my autism allows me to remember every little thing.
You are felonious as hell. You are canceled. You will never be allowed on the stream ever again. I just literally said that she was sticking things up dudes' booty holes, and you're like, hey, she took their wallet too.
The wallet too.
There's one thing being pegged, and there's another being pegged that I'm also broke, and I can't have any money to go hide myself.
Yeah, I just like having Wikipedia Rain Man on. It's useful. I don't have to Google everything.
I'm sorry. You can have my wallet. Just leave my booty hole alone. Take my wallet, take my keys, take my car. But that is off limits. But I see where he's like, leave my credit card and the pictures of my kids alone. You can have everything else. You are bogus. I'm sorry, Magnus, but you will no longer be allowed on Out of the Darkness.
I have a guilty confession to make. I have a Cardi B song on my jogging shuffle.
Oh.
Boom Boom or whatever it is she did with and Shaggy did a cover of it.
Whoa.
Yeah. And in fact, Bang Bang. So I have Bang Bang and Boom Boom. So that's all I know of her is that one song.
You know what? And I happen to know for a fact that she dropped the N-word. So truth be told, when you're singing along with the song,
I'm saying the N-word.
I thought you were.
I don't sing along with it. When I say that word, I say Lakers. Is that better?
No, it's Nakers. You had to say the word Nakers.
Can I still work for MSNBC?
Probably not, but I tell you what, you can come on to Out of the Darkness anytime you.
Oh, thank God.
Unlike the Red Psyker, I know I have been banned. It's just so hurtful. No one loves psychers. I see how it is.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you see what you've done, Jay?
Yeah.
You show up and the stream goes completely off the rails. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Hey,
well,
doing my best.
the issue is Jay forgot the best thing about Pokemon. You can go to the polls. Come on, everyone want a Pokemon go to the polls? No?
Oh God, I remember that.
Don't you have to do a poll tax first, though, or?
Man,
I don't know.
I haven't played the game. I don't know what it means.
We used to be such a respected show. I mean,
we have?
No, we were. My mother used to watch this thing.
She's going to watch now and just Jay Venom explaining Pokemon Go with all of us. And she's going to go, I don't understand any of this.
It started with the Weeb stream. It always starts with the Weebs.
It's all downhill from here, boys.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm just kind of thrown off the fact that Magnus values his wallet over his booty hole. I mean, what the hell do you have in your wallet? I mean,
considering part of my family is Jewish, why do you think I love my wallet more? So I can have my Jew gold with me.
I tell you what, I won't lie, man. I mean, I've never thought about robbing anybody, but I mean, you know what? Where are you staying in? Hey, we might have to fund our raids by raiding Magnus first, Soder.
Q, it's somewhere you would never go to, in the middle of the woods.
Oh, I live in the woods, bro. You gotta.
Oh, that's right. You do live in central Minnesota.
Oh, I live in the woods. Yeah, no. You can't scare me with that. If you told me you were in the middle of like a metropolis, I'd probably stay away from that. There's too many brown people with guns. No, thank you.
Speaking of brown people with guns, you can't nuke Mexico because Mexico has all the Mexican food. I'm all for nuking the Middle East. I'm for nuking China. You can't nuke Mexico.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
They're half of our cuisine.
Bro,
No. Go ahead.
No. We like American Mexican food. The shit they eat over there is different, though.
Dude, I do. I'd eat off the taco truck in Mexico, and there wasn't a cat in a 2-mile radius. I'm telling you, it's delicious.
Did you check your tortilla to see if it had any drugs in it?
Yes, I did. It was worth 2 weeks of the runs to eat off one of those taco trucks. I got amoebic dysentery we go on mission trips down there. Everyone came back.
Hey, man, stop fronting, man. Stop acting like if it had cocaine in it, you would turn it down. Yeah, right.
I never said I'd turn it down.
We always wonder why we go out to eat. Magnus sniffs his taco before he eats it.
That's white cheese. That's goat cheese, Magnus. That's not cocaine. It's not a brick of cocaine. Who can afford cocaine?
That's not what my mother said.
Yeah.
Magnus has got his burrito.
Plus, now that methamphetamines are here, who wants cocaine?
Oh, wait.
It's still the better drug.
Hillbilly heroin, dummy. No one's doing cocaine anymore. What are you? Like, this is like, it's not 1986. It's not Robin Williams and Robert De Niro and John Belushi, 1982.
And I'm sorry, man. I'm with Rick James on this one.
Yeah,
cocaine is a hell of a drug.
It was a hell of a drug.
See, you're forgetting the best part with the cocaine. You mix it up with gunpowder, like they did in Lord of War. Now that's where you get the fun high.
No, I'm all right with that. No. I'm kind of a purist when it comes to those types of things. I don't like anything being mixed with anything. I like it one way, or I like it the other. So
no rat poison cut in.
Yeah, I'm a purist. All right. So who is the gargoyle?
Who's the new guy with who's the werewolf?
Audio issues. I'm trying to work with them right now.
You know what? This is fantastic. Because the people who talk the most crap about us in our boomer issues are having the biggest boomer issues.
I know.
That's one of these guys has had boomer issues coming on. So I don't want to hear any more crap from any of you. Let's get Corona on here next because he likes to talk crap about our boomer issues. And then I want to get OJ Juice Man. No, wait. No, not OJ Juice Man. orgasmic whales. There we go. I want orgasmic.
Yes.
I didn't know we were using our real. I didn't realize we were using our real names tonight.
I want OG on here too, so he can come in, he can jack up his sound, and then we can talk crap about him. And Soder and I will be vindicated henceforth and forever as a result.
No, and just until the next stream.
Fair enough. At least it buys us a week of unadulterated humor. So, or adulterated, however you want, whatever.
Yeah, we'll take adulterated or unadulterated. They're both,
well,
at this point.
The first one we'd have to stone, but
yeah, the adulterated humor. He who's worthy cast the first stone at our adulterated humor.
Magnus, we got this, man. We'll show up at the party stoned already. You can't stone. Why not? Me. I stoned myself.
What's not to love with that? Okay, I don't need to go hand out my cocaine to everyone else. It's all mine.
You can't stone me. I stoned myself before I got here. So, anyway, yeah, my bad. What have you guys done to the stream? It's usually a family stream. What the hell?
Well, is this before or after we had the polygamist?
Well, I mean, that was real family.
That was a family stream.
Gigantic family. I mean, I read my kids a book I got from the library the other day. I mean, families come in different shapes and different sizes. Not any family is the same. So.
Mommy has 3 dads.
Yeah,
oh, it looks like someone's been paying attention to the UK.
Hey, Blank, you got your sound on? Still no. I thought he came up.
All right.
He did. He popped up for a second. Oh, now the mic's muted. I can see the.
So Doug, I might send the link to our whale next.
Hey, Doug, so do you remember back in the day when we had the bag phones?
Yeah.
The cell phones we used to carry in the bag, and you would like have to pick it up and like hang it out the window.
Yeah.
Toward like the power line to try to like make sure you had. But
you pull the antenna up.
Yeah. So hey, Blank, try to pull your antenna up and
point it at the satellite.
Pointed at the satellite.
He's out. He'll come back in. He's got to fix his audio.
Late and
there's another monster face.
Oh my god. Oh my, is this?
It's another Pokemon character.
This is the only Osmodius who
Magnus
looks like he might have some audio problems.
Yeah.
Magnus,
part of you're not allowed on the show unless you have audio issues.
You're finished.
Oh no!
Look at that! 2 monster faces, 2 microphones with a slash through them.
Yeah.
You may have to cut me off because I'm on my phone and Discord and Hangouts like to be really weird.
Well, you'll have to kick yourself out because I can't.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I would love to. If I could actually figure out how to get back into it.
Hey, the werewolf guy's here.
Hey, blankety blank.
Hello.
There he is.
All right.
Yeah, I'm using Brave, and I'm using Brave, so I changed a few settings.
Okay.
All right. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I see you. I hear you.
All right.
Yeah, we can see you.
There we go.
Are you okay with being seen?
Yeah, that's why I undid that little setting.
You shouldn't be.
How you guys doing today?
Yeah, we're good.
We're boomering it up here, man. This is just a boomer. This is BoomerCon online.
Learning a lot more people are using Brave.
Yeah, and forgive me, but I'll ask for Doug because
I have no idea. Thank you, Q. You're way ahead of me.
Please explain what Brave is. Because it was a Disney movie as far as I was concerned, with a really, really cool redhead princess.
Soder, do you want to take this?
No, what I know is that
I want to hear it straight from Jay Venom, because you've been kind of quiet here, buddy.
I like letting other people get in and speak, but
okay, Blade's using it.
It's
Blank is
privacy
using it.
Browser. It's
all right, blankety blank.
you know.
What is Brave?
Basically, what I know from using it, it's basically just a browser that has a built-in like ad blocker, so you can basically block every ad that you want, or turn off ad blocker when you want. That's what I use for it. And you can also Brave. So if you have the ad blocker on, you can send whatever money you would have made from the ads directly to a YouTuber like yourself, Q. I've sent some money out that I've made from it, or to you guys using the Brave. Yeah, just have some sort of like Brave browser, wallet or something.
How much do you make on it?
Whatever money you earn.
How much money do you earn a month?
I have no idea. It depends to watch your stuff while using Brave.
So far this month,
kind of a boomer zoomer.
This reminds me of the beloved Miss Maple, who uses her Kroger card every time we use gas, and she saves like 4 cents a gallon. I'm like, for that amount of trouble, like I won't pull my car out of the garage for less than $2,000. And she's like, I saved 4 cents going through this. You go through all the beep beep, you plug in your number and everything, you save 4 cents a gallon. I'm like, honey, time is short, life is short. We're going to die.
Hey, you don't have to remain. You don't have to remind Miss Maple that she's going to die. She's got 1 foot in the grave.
That's right.
And another.
I'm 53. I've got about 1.5 feet in the grave. But that's why I'm asking Blank, like, how much do you make a month by using this system?
So far, from what I'm looking on my little tab for that, I've earned about $28 this month from all the ads that I've
blocked. If it's not a lot of
right now, yeah.
If it's not a lot of work, that's worth it.
I can send all that money to YouTubers to watch. Like, I know I sent some to Q. I sent some to Nick, Ricada.
Nick doesn't need it, but
people.
keep throwing it in that money hole. That guy's got. You're going to bury him. We're going to try and avalanche that guy with money. We're going to kill him with money.
All he's going to do is buy more brown face paint. So
yeah, brown face paint and Warhammer books. Leather-bound Warhammer books is what he spends your money on.
Yeah.
Q buys crack. I mean, Q buys cocaine with it.
Yeah. Right?
I mean, cocaine.
At least it's going to
give that to the soldiers.
That's a soda. What?
Sorry,
He froze. Osmodeus, are you there?
I'm here. What's up?
What's going on there, buddy?
I'm just hanging out, and I didn't want to interrupt anybody.
Yeah. I had to private message Osmodeus last night because he was talking about reparations, and I kind of had to give him the business end, Doug, about reparations and how he made this weird comment about he felt like other races deserved reparations or whatever. Oh no, that's not what it was. He thought that we should call it even.
Yes.
And I had to kind of take him to the woodshed on that. So
I'm for black reparations if everyone shuts up after they get their money.
Oh,
I'll give you your money, but you cannot. You cannot complain. Look, we stole this country from the Native Americans. We gave them their own country. They have reservations. They can put up casinos. It's like we totally said, look, we screwed you. Here, you can have your own little country within our states.
What is the current welfare system? If
and
not
now they're alcoholic, basically.
Okay, so first off, let me check you right there. I'm gonna school you again.
Go.
Okay, go for it.
First off,
tell me what's wrong with my theory.
I have not gotten a dime of welfare yet. So whatever reparations that have been paid to everybody else, I haven't got it yet. So I'm still waiting on I mean, maybe I could quit my job and see if I can kind of start taking advantage of my reparations, but I haven't got that yet.
Yeah, man, go on and
I'm the first to admit that blacks got screwed. So I'm saying, just give me a dollar amount. Every white person pays it once. Then everyone shuts the F up about it forever. Just let me know how much to pay.
I already told you, Doug. I told everybody. Soder, you were there. I said $2,500 a piece.
I don't remember the dollar amount, but I remember the
$2,500 a piece, and it comes with an unlimited inward pass.
I don't know a white person.
Or go to the link in the video description and get one delivered for $250.
Hey, come on, bro, come on.
I don't know of a honky in America who wouldn't pay the $2,500. And we can all say, okay, now we're all equal. Now we're all cool.
Yeah, and like what's the dude that got his ass handed to him?
Don't you say my name?
Jeb Bush.
then we can all get along, right? Rodney King. There you go, Rodney King. Then we can all get along. So $2,500, unlimited inward pass, and we can all get along. I can get some new J's. I'll be sitting good.
I'd pay my $2,500 without even a second thought.
Man, I tell you,
it'd be easy.
I can get some new J's and some rims. I'd be set for life.
I'll tell you what, I would agree to this. I would agree to this $2,500 amount if legally I am exempt from hate crime charges from then on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is let's just start. Can we start the 25?
Funny thing, shipping is 2,500 pennies for the
can we start
42 pass.
Can we start?
All in the link in the video description below.
On the Out of Darkness stream, let's start the $2,500 rule.
You know what? $2,500, you become a super member, and you have unadulterated, unlimited use of all inward passes. Now, look. I've only been nominated to hand out inward passes.
Inward passes.
All related slurs. Anything else, I don't F with the Jews. They've got their own system over there. I'm not sure exactly who the gatekeeper is for that group, but I don't F with them. They don't F with me. They do their own thing. So if you use any of those, you get caught up doing that, and you get Me Too'd or canceled because of it, I can't help you. I can only help you with all inward related slurs. So if you say nakers, I got you.
You got us covered.
Yeah. I mean, in all things related.
It's not the N-word that I want to buy. It's the guilt that I feel that I want to be resolved of. And to pay $2,500 for the guilt of what we did.
You know what I can
to slavery? That's like the easiest bill I've ever paid. It's like Booker T. Washington and Frederick Doug just getting ground up in a meat. I just got to pay $2,500 to relieve of that guilt. I'd pay that all day. That'd be easiest bill.
I'd be like a black priest over here.
I'd take, I'm resolved. That's my reparations. I would take a second job to pay that. It'd be easy. I'm like, I don't kind of feel anything anymore. Thank God.
Hey, Blank, are you down with this? Or do we have a consensus here?
I'll send that chicken next week.
Blank is like, I just got that in my Brave account. I'm with you. Yeah, Brave is
I
like,
get unlimited inward passes. So I'll send dozens of those checks.
Brave is like, hey, between my Brave account and my Kroger card, I got you, dog.
Yeah.
I actually have a Kroger card.
That is, 4 cents a gallon, Blank. 4 cents a gallon. I have to go through like some kind of, it's like total Cold War secret code. You plug it into the machine, you get 4 cents a gallon. It takes about 15 minutes.
I know. It takes forever, right? I hate the Kroger card, man. I don't use it that much. I only use it at Kroger nowadays.
I'm like, no, I don't want a car wash. No, I'm not a Kroger member. Get out of I want to fill my tank with gas.
Okay. All right. Diet Soda's going to bed.
Wait, Diet Soda.
She already took her cans off.
Oh, wait.
Oh, she's putting them back on now.
I'm not even going.
They're on.
Don't do it, Doug.
Wait, what? You're not going to bed?
No, I am. I just Q was saying, wait. So,
yeah. So I wanted to ask you about this whole. We were talking about the cancel culture before we got way off on. I don't know what we just went on.
Nuking Mexico and building a wall out of cocaine is where it went off for me.
Now I remember. I mean, we were trying to figure out where we're gonna get the bricks from, and as far as
I'm the only one drinking right now.
Okay.
No, I've got I'm working on some roses here.
I'm just saying, you guys think you're funnier than you are right now.
Yeah.
No,
I'm nowhere near as funny as I think.
No, I'm actually Diet Soda. I'm hilarious. I'm not sure exactly where you're getting your. I can understand you having a kind of distorted.
There must be
idea.
inside joke or something that I'm not getting.
It probably.
You're getting a little too masculine, apparently. I don't know.
You know, I actually. So the next merchandise going on the show. I woke up at 2:00 this morning, and I want to do a META hat, META, men for the ethical treatment of females. So,
how does that become META?
Well, there was an F at the end in my dream.
Metaf?
Yeah, Metaf. Yeah, sorry, I left the F off just because there was a woman present.
Out of respect, we don't.
Out of respect for the lady, but yeah, just so we made sure that. Yeah, so I am thinking about the female in the audience. So as a counter to the whole Me Too thing, I think we need to definitely break out the Metaf hats as soon as possible.
Hey, Diet Soda, you take a woman off of any podcast, any stream, and half the audience goes.
Yeah, the only reason why they're
but don't they usually see that woman though? I mean,
well, seeing it will add about 500 people to the stream automatically. But like,
that's how ethos get famous.
That's how who gets famous?
Ethos.
Aren't those women with like cleavage and all that?
Basically, female Twitch.
A female voice.
Sounds accepted, atheist.
Oh, it's the voice.
What just happened?
Apparently, you're an e-voice.
I'm an e-voice.
E-voice.
What does that mean?
Means you're just a voice. Thought. But you're my thought.
Oh, I see.
No, she's too classy to be a thought.
Too what?
She's too what?
She's too classy to be a.
Thank you.
Classy.
Well, that's nice.
Hey, wait a minute. Someone's outdoing me here.
Good night, Diet Soda.
Was he trying to ask you something earlier?
No, I was asking your opinion on the cancel culture. From a female perspective. So I just find it weird that we were talking about Cardi B for a second there. Cardi B.
You were talking about asking for driver's licenses, or photo ID,
right,
for voting.
And we did. We talked about how whenever you repeat the left's arguments to them, they claim that those arguments are ridiculous. It's almost like they never take the time to think about their own arguments. But then we found ourselves in this cancel culture. And I find it to be equally hypocritical, right?
Yeah, when you think about that, how is that racist? Voter ID, yeah. Anyways, so you're assuming.
Well, I mean, they assume that because all black people. I mean, just like our buddy, what is his name? Joe Biden.
Plugs Biden.
Remember, white kid or inner city kids are just as smart as white kids.
No. That's not what he said. Let's
what he said. What did he say?
Let's quote him properly, Miss Lady Soda or Diet Soda.
Yeah.
Remember, it was poor kids.
Oh, poor kids.
Poor kids are just as what was the word he used? Diet Soda.
I think it was
I remember what you're talking about. White kids or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I legit think he said white kids. and then he corrected tried correcting himself.
He did. He said they were just as smart as white kids. So
That's worse.
Yeah. It was fantastic.
Didn't that just make you say, I got to vote for my guy, Joe Biden?
Oh, yeah. My guy, Joe.
Not Cory Booker. Not Cory Booker. Joe Biden is my guy.
I got to vote for creepy Uncle Joe. He sniffs young girls' hair and pool.
Yeah.
What about does he sniff any black girls' hair?
Yeah, I know. I never seen him do that.
Do that. Not even. He had access to Malaya and the other one.
The other one.
I never saw
girls.
That one.
That one. I never saw him sniff Obama's kid's hair once. Not once.
Must be racist.
I feel bad for black Democrats. I feel the worst for. Think of like the most liberal Democrat black there is. And they're going like, I can choose between Buttigieg, Warren, Bernie Sanders, or Biden. They have like the albino court of law.
Tulsi's pretty white, isn't she? But she's
they're honky, albino, transparent, blue
and brown eyes, right?
They're like, where's Cory Booker? Where's Kamala Harris? They're gone.
Not Tulsi. You know what? If Trump wasn't running, I think I could vote for Tulsi.
Tulsi would be our most beautiful president ever.
But why?
Because she's beautiful. Tulsi.
Doug, don't think with your man.
Tulsi is gorgeous.
That's like
Prove
Kennedy.
me wrong.
People voted for Kennedy.
But why vote for her at all?
Because of her foreign policy.
I'd give her the presidency just on her looks alone.
Wait. Who said something about foreign policy here?
Me, blank.
Blank.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Stop. Don't do this.
I much rather have a person that has military experience dealing with foreign policy. I do not care for domestic policies at all.
Oh, okay. So we're still
yeah.
You're a yes for Tulsi.
Yeah, I'm yes for Tulsi for foreign policies.
I'm against foreign policy if they're not for carpet bombing the Middle East. So Tulsi's already against that.
Yeah,
so I'll give her a pass for being beautiful. I won't give her a pass for her military experience and not wanting to carpet bomb.
Well, in that case, Pete Buttigieg has military experience too. So
yeah, he's got a lot of experience.
In the Navy.
He's got prison experience, if you know what I mean.
No, he's got that sweet in the Navy experience.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We're not going to belittle.
We're not doing that. We don't belittle sodomites. We do not.
We're not going to belittle his service as a seaman.
That's
so served honorably.
I've got so many jokes for seamen that my dad told me.
He was an honorable seaman. And as far as we're concerned on this show, we will honor him as such.
Yeah, he served.
He did.
I thank him for the service.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service, and his name is Peter. Thank you, Peter.
You see a picture?
Oh man. Weren't you going to bed?
This is too funny now.
This is too funny now. Shoot, I was hoping you were going to leave before.
Shaking.
I was hoping you were going to be gone before Neo Derpy Demon showed up.
Oh man!
Thank God we have a Care Bear.
We have a Care Bear.
Don't trust that Care Bear. Do not trust that Care Bear.
Do not believe his lies.
It's a personification of the liberal.
We need whales before we have the Care Bear.
I think this is whales. Okay, so before we get to the Care Bear, how are you? Well, first off, can you hear us, Care Bear? Their volume is jacked.
Another boomer.
Another boomer.
Only boomers tonight.
Settings?
God, please let this be whales. Please.
I should have called this the Boomer Stream.
Well, I mean, only because we're bringing in Boomer Zoomers. All right,
apparently everyone uses Brave these days.
So Osmodeus, real quick. So what is your take on this canceled culture? I mean, so we had a question brought, you probably heard. So Kobe Bryant, is now, God rest his soul, he's passed away. MSNBC was reporting on it. Said he played for the Los Angeles Knickers, only she hard G'd it and hard R'd it. And so we want to know, should she be canceled? I mean, she did drop the N-bomb. And hard R'd the N-bomb. So I mean, should she be canceled?
Well, no, but I mean, obviously the first mistake was apologizing at all. You know,
that's when she revealed her guilt. Yeah, I would never say that word.
The best thing would have been to not apologize and move on, but now she's made this Twitter post and everyone's replying to it. So it's getting even more attention than it would have otherwise.
So wait a minute. So you don't typically drop, I mean, when you drop your N-bombs, you don't apologize afterwards?
I'm sorry, say that again?
When you drop your N-bombs, you don't typically apologize afterwards?
Oh, never.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Wear it loud and proud, huh?
Of course.
Okay. All right.
So you don't know, but I have a pass for it.
Oh, well, if it didn't come from me.
He got it from someone else.
If he got
You're not the only.
No, I am the only.
You're not the only vendor of that license. It's no, scalper ticket. There's guys on the corner.
I have been, no, hell no. Jack, come on now. I've been knighted. I am Sir Q, the purveyor of all N-word passes. So,
all others are defunct if they're not from the source.
Absolutely. It's like a cheap Chinese knockoff.
Yeah, it's like an Apple product. You know by the packaging if it's came from the right place.
Yeah, you go to the competition and get your N-word pass. It's probably going to come with a healthy dose of the coronavirus. So yeah, stay away from those. So I will get you a legit N-word pass.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I'll look forward to getting that.
Yeah. So and you won't have to apologize for your usage of your privilege. So you're welcome.
Unless you work for MSNBC.
Unless you work for MSNBC,
you will get fired. They have an immunity to your past. They have a higher grade.
That's the thing that I find so revealing. So, if you are Roseanne Barr, if you are Tim Allen, Vince Vaughn, Ellen DeGeneres, I mean, these people, simply for befriending, Vince Vaughn gets rolled through the ringer just for going up and shaking the hand with the president of the United States.
Shaking the president's hand.
I mean,
Ellen DeGeneres sat next to George Bush.
But in all fairness, she did claim to be friends with George Bush, so I wanted her canceled after that because George Bush was
because you hate Republicans because of your. You're still rebelling. You're a teenager rebelling from your dad's politics.
No, George Bush was anything but a conservative.
George Bush kicked ass.
George Bush was an ass.
He kicked ass.
He was an ass. So
he declared war on Afghanistan and Iraq, and that alone got him halfway to carpet bombing the Middle East.
Diet soda?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on George Bush? Oh, stop being so nice. Stop being so Minnesota nice. Call it like you see him.
He's an excellent painter.
I didn't know too much about him.
He is an excellent.
I voted for him both times, but I was real disappointed. I was like, he's always talking the talk, but he's never walking the walk.
Yeah.
For the Republicans.
But to be fair, Diet Soda, you didn't think that until Trump won, right? Like he was fine. He was as good as we could. He's good as we could get until Trump.
Yeah, sort of. Fair weather.
I was disappointed. I thought we could pick someone. I wished that we could pick someone else. But
how would you not want to pick him? He was able to go get away from flying shoes.
Yeah, that guy had ninja-like skills when the shoe came at his head. He was like total Jet Li.
Wait, what?
Remember when the guy threw the shoe at George Bush and he had ninja-like? He totally dodged it.
I missed it. I guess I missed that.
Yeah, you got to see the guy throwing the shoe at Bush at some.
I like how you described that though.
It was ninja-like.
Demonstrated it very nicely.
Yeah, he was Jackie Chan. It made a ninja-like sound when he whooshed past the shoe, and the shoe went blazing by his head, and he's like, ninja, can't touch me. Just like when Q throws a shoe at him.
Good sound effects too.
Everyone's angry that McCain lost and Romney lost, and they pile it all on George. But at the time, that was about as good as you could get from the Republicans. And now Trump built on top of that, burned it all down. And that's as good as you can get from the Republicans. So you learn as you go, but it doesn't make, you can't judge a guy from 2004 with 2020 ethics.
I thought ethics were ethics. I thought they were pretty much timeless.
So you thought even back then, you go, I'm not going to vote for this guy. This guy's a queen. This guy's a total clown.
Oh yeah.
Right, Q?
No.
2004. I'm going for Kerry.
No, I mean, I'm
going for Ron Paul.
To borrow the immortal wise words of T.I., the choices were effed up and effed up-er. So
you go for effed up. When it's Hitler and Hitler Light, you go for Hitler Light.
Yeah, and so I did. I went for Hitler Light. Now I plugged my nose and I pulled the trigger. So, but let me ask you, Osmodeus. So, what's your take on? And I know Osmodeus is like the most conservative person on the panel.
Oh, for sure.
For shizzle. So
you're gonna bring that back?
Well, I mean, it never left, did it? So, what was your take on him?
On Bush?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I was pretty young when Bush was in office, and
did you vote for him? Did you vote for him?
Yeah, I voted for him.
Okay, correct.
Like 8 years old. Yeah,
correct. That's all you can do.
8 years old.
You were 8 years old, but you voted for him. Correct.
I do have distinct memories of my parents showing me a news clipping showing, who was running for president. And they say, we want this guy to win, as they pointed to Bush. So, lifelong Bush supporter here, of course.
You said I voted for him so he could plant the charges in the second tower.
Right.
He and Cheney could walk up and plant
I was
charges.
in on it on 9/11. I knew everything ahead of time.
Good man.
Yeah. You guys joke about that, but that was you know what?
Who's joking?
Well, okay. I'm just making sure you guys know that was a real conspiracy of our time. So
a lot of people believe that on the right and the left. They were united. The right and left were united by that conspiracy.
Buildings don't just collapse like that.
Metal beams don't melt.
Clearly, yeah. Steel beams just melt.
Bush said, "I got to start the military-industrial complex. I got to support it by planting all of these charges into towers and conspire with a bunch of Islamic radicals."
Bingo.
And the dancing Israelis.
And there's always an Israeli and a lizard alien.
Hey, did you guys see? Did you see the videos of Trump? He's getting interviewed immediately after 9/11.
Yeah.
And he says it's explosives, like right away.
Yeah.
See, Trump
smartest man in the world. How can the hair be wrong?
Trump.
I'm not saying he's right, but just like he was a conspiracy theorist about it.
Trump speaks the truth once
15
again.
years ago or 10 years ago. I'm not.
Wasn't Trump a Obama birther?
Yes, he was also a birther.
He was ahead of the time.
Yeah.
He was way ahead, and he was a Ted Cruz's dad. Ted Cruz's dad took out Kennedy.
You're familiar
and Bush lied. Bush lied to get us into a war.
Doug Tenaple.
Yes, ma'am.
You're familiar with like layers and Photoshop and Illustrator, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever see the Obama birth certificate with layers?
Yes. Yes, that is suspicious and weird. But I'm not gonna die on that.
You don't want to talk about it, yeah.
I'm not gonna die on that.
That's
my bigger problem with
there's so much justice we can get by going after this birth certificate topic. You guys don't even know.
My bigger problem with Obama is that bold-faced, he's for slaughtering millions of unborn babies is worse than photoshopping a birth certificate. So I don't care about the birth certificate.
and throwing born babies into cages.
Yeah, why are we
forget about that?
Why are we killing human beings?
We're like totally just going like,
you're going to kill some human beings. We're like, we have to go after that birth certificate. We have to find out if he's a Muslim. Which Muslim? I'm like, no. He was Auschwitz. He was Auschwitz over Planned Parenthood.
Are you asking permission to be a mother?
We can't see your mouth.
Higher. There you go. Shift your camera down, buddy.
You got to get your camera down. Point your camera down a little bit, Q. Let me help you with your show.
No, I'm sorry, I can't. I have a spot on my shirt, and I can't let that be seen. So
you have man boobs that you don't want anyone to see.
The camera, you realize, like all of these little icons down at the bottom cut off you from the nose down. You look like there's a bunch of icons at the bottom that cut you off. We need to see your handsome face. We need to get your camera pointed down.
He's just trying to be as patriotic as possible by showing off as much of that flag as he can.
We get it. We get it. You're an American. We get it. You don't have the rebel flag behind you. We get it.
No. I do have the rebel flag. I'm not displaying that today because you're here.
Okay. Thank
you.
So I didn't want to have to call you. I have to call you. I'm in Tennessee, so like that's all I see on the back of every single step side pickup truck is that rebel flag.
God bless America.
God bless my people.
God bless Tennessee.
Now we can't see the stars. I'm offended.
Right? See, that's the problem, right? It's either you want to see the stars or you want to see the spot on my shirt.
I'd rather see the bottom of your mouth. I'd rather see.
Oh, you see the bottom of my mouth now. It's here.
You look more like TV, which I've been programmed to acknowledge you as a human being by TV standards. As I have to see your.
Oh, okay, so you wouldn't acknowledge me as a human being unless TV told you so.
TV told me. Fox News told me what parts have to show up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fair enough.
We can't trust Fox. We can only trust CNN, the most reliable, trustworthy journalism source of all time.
Fact.
Okay.
I thought that was Vox or the Young Turks.
Young Turks are dope. Absolutely. It's not nearly as good now that Ruben's gone, but you know what? It's still dope.
I'm voting Chink 2020.
What?
Chink, what was the guy's name? The fat guy?
Blank called him Chink.
Oh, Chunk Yogurt.
Chunk Yogurt. Chunk Yogurt.
Yeah, Chunky Yogurt.
Yeah, I'm voting him 2020.
Yeah.
Well, so you support bestiality then, right?
Whoa.
Actually, no, never mind. I take away that vote. No, that's wrong.
Jesus, man.
I'm being completely serious on this one. He actually did technically advocate for that. He actually did.
Blank, I'm
Disgusting.
I thought you were all in on Tulsi like 5 minutes ago, and now you're switching up your vote.
TP, you silenced your mic on the beauty of Tulsi Gabbard. That's my advocacy for Tulsi is the most beautiful president we'd ever have.
Man, her beauty dumbs everyone down.
I would say Washington because he is the representative of freedom. Okay,
her beauty pales in comparison to that goddess Hillary Clinton.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. Trump is a gorgeous specimen.
Tulsi is beautiful.
He is one of the sons of the God Emperor of mankind.
Hillary Clinton was gorgeous. Tulsi Gabbard is dog food.
That's because you guys are always going for blonde women. That's the problem. Tulsi is gorgeous,
and that's silver fox Hillary Clinton. Let me tell you,
Hillary is like a leather saddle. She looks like a saddle when you ride a horse.
How would you get to be a Hillary supporter? Was it that she has hot sauce in her purse?
Well, you know what? That kind of had something to do with it, and her and the fact that she spoke in words that I could understand.
She was talking the lingo.
She said, "I ain't in no ways tied."
So, Doug,
and I was like, "All right, I understand that. That I get."
You say Tulsi
my vernacular.
You say Tulsi would be the most beautiful president.
Yes.
But what if Ivanka was elected?
Ivanka would win because Ivanka is prettier, and Melania is even prettier, if you know what I mean.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I don't know what you mean.
Let's establish.
Please explain it to us, young Zoomers.
Okay, young Zoomers. Melania has been manufactured as a beautiful woman. She has the best science can offer.
Manufactured is a great word.
sculptured face. Some kind of augmentation. She looks like an alien from another planet.
Could run on the
She's got kind of those
cleaning up the Pacific Ocean's
the giant augmented
lips. Her face.
Yeah, she looks like a goddess of some kind. She looks like when they do like elven gods, elven Galadriel. It's like Melania like has that look.
She looks like something I saw on my last DMT trip, to be honest.
Yeah, but we undermine beauty, and I think there's something to be said for beauty. It's like Trump has his own bizarre characteristics that make him a great president. I agree. They aren't necessarily conservative, but it's like they're winning the argument in pragmatism. His ends justify many of his pussy grabbing means. I'm only saying, like, if Melania ran beauty.
So we need to use the P word instead of.
I'm sorry, the P word. Yeah. I'm sorry for saying that, but Melania would win some kind of a beauty contest.
Use that word, don't hard Wyatt, please.
Okay, and I'm only saying that Tulsi would win the beauty contest of all presidents, and she seems to have a bit of a core, a tiny core. I'm just saying, like, she went against Hillary and going like, look, they're going against me. And I agree with her that there's a conspiracy against her. She's not going to win, of course, but so it's safe for me to advocate for her. But I'm saying, just for beauty alone, it'd be good to have beauty represented in the presidency.
Make America pretty again.
Make America pretty again.
No, beauty? We just need a more God, I can't say right now. Manliness. Manliness. That's the word. God, I'm tired.
Manliness. Men admire beauty and we're seduced by it. And Tulsi could have us all in the.
Men love power. That's
beauty. Beauty is power, right? Everyone's married to a beautiful wife.
Power in that jaw.
No.
Yeah. Don't undermine beauty.
Okay, wait a minute. Where is the Care Bear at? We haven't heard from the Care Bear yet. Are you there yet?
He has audio issues.
I'll say he's just an avatar. Which one is the Star Bear? Which one is the Star Bear? I want to know.
Have we confirmed?
There's a weeaboo. Some weeaboo knows.
That's
I tell you what.
This Care Bears aren't weeaboo.
Something very Care Bearish, but apparently he's having too many technical bear issues.
For some reason, this stream has turned into like one giant sausage fest. Aren't there any females that watch the show?
That's why we need
diet. I identify as a female.
You just assumed all of our genders.
I did. I 100% assumed all of your genders. I absolutely.
I thought Blank was a fat woman when I first saw him. I'm sorry, Blank. I don't want to.
Whoa.
Okay, Google. We need the Google police to come over here. We have a bigot on this panel.
Blank looks like a librarian who has a Blank. You have a tremendous personality. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Hey, and he already told us that he's thrifty. He shops at Kroger with a Kroger card.
Yeah, he's a Proverbs woman. Goes to the gates of the city.
Okay, you know what?
He's old. He doesn't know what he's saying. You just got to live with him.
You know what? Hey, sorry. I'm
sorry, Doug.
Sorry.
Doug is 53.
Doug, you are about to become the latest victim of cancel culture. We can't have you on here disparaging our non-binary guest.
I would never take away Blank's manhood. You put a gun in Blank's in Blank's hand, and Blank would gun down terrorists like anybody else. So
oh man,
better than any woman, Blank. Better than any woman.
Besides, Doug is A-okay because he did have his hair rainbow tie-dyed a while back.
It's true. I went through the valley of the shadow of death, and that I had my hair red, white, and blued with 13 stars to represent the Confederate flag.
You were just trying to make your hair look like those Colin Kaepernick shoes, weren't
That's
you?
That's right. I did the anti-Colin Kaepernick shoes was my hair in protest of that. I did do that. I represented. I looked like a editor at any of these American magazines or websites, Kotaku, Polygon. I looked like any one of those people with the colored hair. So I did the American flag. So I did that for you people, all of you.
Whoa, Doug.
All of you, not you people. Don't
easy, man.
I know you're used to
easy.
He called you American.
Yeah. I meant all of you pedestrians, the plebes. I did it for you, my fans, the people.
Okay. All right.
The people, capital P.
You're in the South. You can just say y'all.
Not McCain, that one, but like the royal you.
Someone said you had SJW hair last year.
It was SJW hair. I love wearing it. I had pink hair the year before.
Oh, wow. Breast cancer awareness hair.
Yeah. I looked like an LGBT editor of any one of these magazines.
Why don't you just wear a pussy hat like normal people do?
That might be next year.
Hey, you know what? Hat. I will personally send you one. If you will come on the show wearing a vagina hat, I will personally. Oh my gosh!
All things to all.
Wear one.
All things to all men. I'm a Romans man. All things to all men. I have to reach. I leave the 99. I leave the 99 to go after the one, the lost sheep in the rain. I will wear the hat to get those lost sheep.
Nice. Is the Care Bear finally with us? I think we're going to end this show without hearing from the Care Bear.
Care Bear will never figure out audio.
Well, at least we have the Care Bear. Now we can follow Copa and get away with more shit.
I guess we just don't have all the advertising money.
Yeah.
TP in Florida. You live in Florida or you're visiting Disneyland?
I am visiting Disney Road with my family.
Cool.
I usually actually live up in Minnesota.
But you're a good man going to Disneyland with your family.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, we got some stories actually we need to hear. Didn't you and Osmodeus just have a rendezvous, a wild night of drinking and partying and carrying on?
We did.
It was. I will say as a Christian, I failed. I was seduced by the alcohol, and we had a fun time.
Yes, seduced by 2 cans of Guinness.
It says the man who drank the Long Island iced tea.
No shit.
You guys are my people outside of the iced tea. The Guinness thing had me as a Christian, but the Long Island iced tea, a little too Bostonian, a little too Long Islandy for me.
He did have whiskey beforehand, if I recall.
Okay, good. But then you reduced it by going full Matt Damon and doing the Long Island thing.
Of course, yes.
Man,
Guinness,
I'm glad
correct.
you guys can handle alcohol. I can't handle alcohol whatsoever.
You're not old enough to drink it, are you?
I'm 23.
Yeah, you look like a child, Blank.
I know. I've got that baby face. I know.
But here's why you can do Guinness. Face. Guinness is only 4% alcohol, so it's actually you can slam Guinness and you won't get wasted. So
I've tried apple cider, alcoholic apple cider.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Go to Guinness. Get the dark stuff. You can't see through it. It has to be opaque and bitter like life.
But you can't drink. You have to drink it warm though.
Drink it warm.
You can't drink it cold. It has to be warm.
You will be Irish. Look at that. There's Care Bear for the 3rd time.
Care Bear?
Yeah, Care Bear. Orange Care Bear with a star in his chest. I still want to know what power you have. The chat can help me. The
Weeaboos possibly embarrass me. So
Weeaboos and people who play Pokemon Go can help me in the chat.
I think it's the power to speak in tones that are so high that the normal human ear cannot hear it.
That's a dog whistle, we call it.
Yeah, it's called the dog whistle. So the Care Bear is speaking right now and calling us all types of terrible names, and none of us can hear it. That is a hell of a superpower.
Only Huffington Post.
He only speaks in solar radiation.
I thought it was speaking in tongues.
He's been struck deaf. Like John the Baptist's dad. That's who we have. John the Baptist's father in the chat. He's been struck deaf.
Strucken. All right. Well, guys, this has been an incredible stream. So 2 things. Number 1, if we have not had our rights pulled by Google, I will look forward to seeing you guys next week. If I am not dead of the coronavirus, I will be here next week. But like I said, I got this little bit of moisture dripping from my nose and a little bit of
There's a 20% chance you'll be back next week.
There's a 20% chance that I will beat this thing and I'll be back next week. But if I don't, what up?
Didn't you say that you have information that could lead to the rest of Hillary Clinton in the Discord?
I heard it.
Oh no.
Well,
wait. Would that mean we all get the 2 shots to the back of the head too? Since we're sitting next to them.
Those 2 shots are vitamins to help us cure the virus. You may have the after effect of dying, but hey, at least you're cured.
If you have evidence against Hillary, we could all wind up floating down the river by next week.
I've got evidence that Bill Clinton was a pedophile. Hashtag Epstein didn't kill himself.
We can do the next chill stream from that river.
Yes. Oh, I kind of want to do it on the Mississippi River right now, or or some of the lakes.
Some of the lakes. Well, fortunately, there's like 9,999 others in Minnesota to choose from. So you have your choice. So basically, that would be the safest place to possibly be if you want to hide from Hillary Clinton. But I beat the rest of you guys to it. I called her a beautiful woman before this, so I am safe.
The only thing beautiful about her is that she's a woman. Allegedly.
That's cold because there's a lot of very not so beautiful women in this world. But another discussion, another time. In case you guys didn't notice, I do have my Houston Astros hat on. Go Astros. I wore that and I stand in solidarity with them. Even though there is a conspiracy out there being said about them that they were cheaters, I understand that that is not the case, and I stand by my team. Those of you guys don't know me, I'm Houston everything. So Astros, Texans, Rockets, Dynamo. Yeah, I said Dynamo.
Dick Cheney. Thank you.
I know nothing about the Astros, but I'm going to go ahead and hop on that.
They did the secret signs.
Get on the bandwagon.
The Illuminati and Dick Cheney. Thank you.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, one of these days, you guys are going to realize that the Illuminati killed Kobe Bryant tonight. So they did that to take everybody's attention off of the corona. Think about it. Every single station right now is talking about Kobe Bryant instead of talking about the 80 freaking people that are dead from the coronavirus. You have to realize that if the Chinese government is claiming 80 people, then you know it's 80 grand, 80,000, guarantee it.
Yeah.
So,
to quote Shaquille O'Neal, I'd like to thank my team 100%. And Kobe, don't be raping Kobe. Quote. That was the greatest quote of all time. Don't be raping Kobe.
He won't be no more.
Yeah, that's messed up. One of his teammates just actually sent out a tweet and said, "It's nice to see that Kobe finally passed." Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
bitter.
It's never too soon.
You know what they're angry at? They're angry that he's so good.
Right?
At the game, they're angry he was
it's
so
called
good.
haters, man. It's haters. I personally
Don't be excellent.
Don't be excellent. But see, this is the thing that gets me though. So why is it that when the left, so somebody who Kobe's all of a sudden today the best thing since sliced bread, but if Bill Cosby died tomorrow, there wouldn't be weeping in the streets. There wouldn't be, oh, he was my only father figure growing up, the only dad I ever knew.
Yeah, the funniest man I ever saw.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like, hey. No, it wouldn't be any of that. It would be, right? You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
There would be no Fat Albert references or any of that. It would all be, that womanizer, druggist finally died. Right?
One of the funniest family men who ever walked, drugged women to take advantage of them.
I allegedly.
But it sounds like something a white guy would do.
He's probably innocent, but allegedly.
Allegedly, he just wasn't quite rich enough. Because had he been richer, they would have wrote books about him called 50 Shades of Grey.
Had he been OJ rich, he'd have been he'd be playing golf.
Oh my. Okay. Before we get kicked off YouTube, we do have a donation from our whale Osmodeus for $20 saying obligatory.
Obligatory.
Yeah. And you guys got a super chat. If you like this kind of a stream and you want more of this repeated, then super chat in and tell these guys your vote. They hear you loud and clear. Your silence is heard loud and clear. Do not bring these people back on your show. Loud and clear.
Oh, I dissent. This should be.
I really want Doug to come back, though.
This should be a monthly occurrence.
You know what? It could possibly happen. But hey, if you are not currently subscribed to the channel, or if you think you are, make sure you are. Check that little button over in the corner.
Ring the bell. Hit like, or I could go away.
Yeah, like the video, and we will definitely appreciate it. Thank you guys. This is the best
Q. This is the best time I've ever had on a Sunday night. This is the best time.
Man, see, you didn't grow up Baptist, because if you growing up Baptist, you would have still be in church right now.
I know. I was raised Nazarene, so we did Sunday night church. That was always the boring sermon. Was Sunday night was like, that was the hardcore. Sunday night and Wednesday night was like hardcore church.
Oh yeah, that was the Green Beret service. Like, you know, you were like the Navy SEAL of Christians if you spent Sunday night at church.
Yep, bought and sold. Yep.
Yeah. You were standing in the gap, man.
I was in it. I was in it, taking my fist for George Bush in 2004, the Nazarene, going, "You can do it, man.
Oh man, yeah,
you can do it."
Yeah, we'll have to bring you and Tim on and get you guys straightened out on this Republican Party thing here. Osmodeus, are you willing to come on a special stream with Tim and get these guys straightened out on their republicanism?
Absolutely, I'll whip them into shape.
Straighten me out.
Yeah, we'll get you straightened out. There's still hope. I mean, you're a good guy.
That'll be a fun stream.
Yeah. Can you imagine Doug and Tim together? They're like kindred spirits already as it is. So.
Sean Hannity starts talking, and it's like the replicants in Blade Runner. It's like the back of my retina is reflecting. I'm just like, yes, Sean, tell me the way.
I'm more of a
Mitch McConnell. Anything you say.
Oh Lord. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So many different directions that could go, but I'm going to leave it for now. You guys have a fantastic evening. Thank you guys for taking time to be with us. This is probably one of the longer streams that we've had, and I feel like we spent 2.5 hours talking about nothing. Mr. Scott, by the way, okay, I will give you the Oilers thing. Earl Campbell for life, absolutely. But the Oilers are gone. They went to Tennessee. They left us. They're Doug's team now.
That's right, my people.
Yeah.
Who lost to Kansas City last week?
They lost to Kansas City. So the Texans,
oh man, I hate them for life. For
the Texans, they all we got now, man. So,
Super Bowl prediction.
Oh my goodness, man. Hey, you guys already know. Put your money on San Francisco.
No, Kansas.
Absolutely.
No.
God, please, man. San Francisco by 14.
I'm just saying, you're rooting for San Francisco. People defecate on the streets with needles. They poop needles.
Actually, you know what? It's hey, it's all going to come to a abrupt end. They are bringing all the American dignitaries back from China right now, and guess where they are all going to be stationed under quarantine? Mm. It is official. It has been announced. They are going to be sent to San Francisco. That is
needles. Rich.
That is no. Right hand to God. That is what was said. They are all going to San Francisco. They will be quarantined in San Francisco. So by this time next week, there might not be a San Francisco.
Here's your clean needle. Here's your sidewalk to poop on. We're
going to round up the infected, so we finally had that excuse to nuke California.
No, you don't nuke California. You nuke the fault lines, so the whole thing just sinks into the ocean.
Do both. We have enough nukes.
I say
Turlock and Fresno will be beachfront property.
I told you we will nuke.
No, we just quarantine the Bay Area.
No, aren't you glad you got moved to Tennessee, Doug?
I'm out here with the remnant. I'm out here hiding behind them because I know California's going to float into the ocean with some kind of a massive virus or earthquake. I'm out here with the remnant who voted for Trump in the primary.
Hey, you know what? I need you, when I come out and visit with you, I want you to give me a tour of that still you got out there.
Brother, I've got a guest apartment downstairs with your name on it.
What?
Nick has slept in that bed. So we'll have to probably boil all the sheets in alcohol to remove the rackets, bed bugs.
To remove all the brown paint?
Yeah, the rackets AIDS, the brown paint that's on the pillows. And then you can come down afresh and it'll be a clean, fresh start. But Nick, Mr. and Mrs. Rackets have stayed in that room. Just saying, I had to boil the sheets to separate them. They were glued together.
I just want to let you know. I just want to let you know.
You might get pregnant with a Nick Rackets baby sleeping in my guest room. I'm not saying what went on in that room. I'm not saying there's cameras down there, but I'm saying if you stay in my guest room, you might get pregnant with Nick's baby.
I tell you, I only sleep on white sheets, so make sure the sheets are extra white.
When my family
in fact,
and I remove them when we remove the white sheets from our heads in our secret ceremony, we will put them back on the bed for you to sleep on.
You know what? In fact, don't worry, I'll bring my own sheets. Thank you.
Bring your own mattress too.
It's Tennessee.
Yeah. I'm bringing a sleeping bag. It's okay. I'll sleep on the floor. It's all right. Yeah. I Lord knows I don't need to get pregnant with Rackets baby. So I don't need them. That'd be a lot of explaining to do. So, but
you'll know it's his though when it starts saying, "How embarrassing! How embarrassing!"
You know what? I don't appreciate you guys talking like this about my man, and he's not here to defend himself. So, yeah, and Scott, you stop it. Q Rackets, that's bullcrap. Don't do that to me. Don't do. Everyone knows it would be Rackets Q. Actually, no, Q Rackets is probably better. Never mind, you're good.
How about Nick Q?
Nick Q?
Yeah.
You know what? Man, little Q Rackets.
Little Q Rackets.
You know what? I tell you what.
A shipping stream.
It has a ring to it. It has a YouTube. It has a YouTube ring to it.
It does. It'd be a match made in YouTube hell. That's for sure. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, you guys have a fantastic night. Thank you guys so much for taking time. Always a pleasure, Doug. I appreciate it. And for the rest of you guys, Jay, Venom, thank you. Magnus, fantastic getting a chance to meet you guys. We got to get together in the cities. That'd be fantastic to have a great night of. Maybe I'll have my first Long Island. I've never had one before. So, yeah.
Your first step to Pelosi. having a Long Island instead of a whiskey.
Wouldn't that be more of my first step to Tulsi?
Tulsi, oh, she's so beautiful.
Doug's gonna parry her in his next comic.
I love her. I love her already.
So I suppose if we're gonna have I guess the next president in Bigfoot.
In Bigfoot Bill land, yeah, she's held a gun. She's handled a gun. She's beautiful.
Yeah, she'll be the next president.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, Doug is so progressive. He has a female president." We're like, "Yeah, it's Tulsi."
There is something to sexy women in military gear.
Yeah, I guess.
Can't deny a gift. You can't deny a gift.
I just think camo is sexy altogether anyway. So, just me. But all right, guys, have a great night. We'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Thank you guys again. And we will see you next Sunday if I have not been taken by the coronavirus. Have a good night.
You too. See you.
Night, everyone.